My name's Finnegan, and shout out to my dad, Pete. Oh no! I just struck a chord with me,
dude. Me too.
That struck like
a fan of the show.
Yeah,
his dad just likes the show.
Dude, that just struck like a crazy chord with me, buddy. I hope that you and your dad have an awesome day. All right, time to get into the first ever Raw is War episode, March 10th, 1997.
Now, who do we blame for this episode?
You can blame me, I guess.
That's awesome. That's what I wanted you to say.
Yeah, I mean, I put up a couple of different ideas for episodes, and I thought maybe, you know, the first ever Raw is War would be an interesting one to go to.
A milestone.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a pretty important switch here for the World Wrestling Federation, who has for over 50 years been the revolutionary force of sports entertainment.
And the world is
sports
watching.
And entertainment, just so you know, sports and entertainment.
Well, sadly, no wrestling show has ever sucked as bad as this fucking one. I'll tell you that much. I've
for
watched
over 50 generations.
I've watched I've seen WCW in its worst and best. I've seen ECW in its worst and best.
WWE.
I've seen WWE be the worst all the time.
I watched 2007 WWE, and this is
one of the worst fucking episodes of any wrestler I've ever watched. I hated it.
Yeah, this is it's unbelievably bad. It is unbelievably bad for so many different reasons. And it's going to take a while for us to explain it because there's so much bullshit packed into a hour and a half shitty little box.
There's so much shit in this episode, and somehow there's nothing at all.
This is also 2 weeks before fucking WrestleMania, by the way.
Yeah, somehow this is even worse than like later Attitude Era shit in regards to in-ring. Somehow
they seem lost.
This is they're squashes. They're all squashes, and somehow they're lost. I have so many negative things to say about this show over the next hour or however long it takes us to get through it. The World Wrestling Federation, for over 50 years, it's just sucked. It's just been awful here. Goldust is here.
It's sports and entertainment. That's the cops coming to arrest everybody that wrote this fucking show.
Well, Ahmed Johnson and Stone Cold are walking into a warehouse full of explosives, and only one can survive.
They would rather die than be a part of this fucking show. Dude, I never noticed, it's funnier now, I guess, that there's a shot like on the wall, they project like army dudes running through the field in like a helicopter, and then it cuts to Undertaker looking up like he's looking up at the helicopter. Yeah, get him.
Dude, this is
USA.
This is pretty groundbreaking stuff at the time. Like, it's way different than their last presentation.
Yeah,
it is.
But then it comes into the show and it's Vince. Welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. And new stage with the Tron for the first time. First time they're using the Raw's War logo. On Peacock, it is dubbed music, though. It's meant to be Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson. You can kind of faintly hear it behind it. It's dubbed over with the...
They are in Worcester, Massachusetts for
Worcester
this one.
is right. Yep,
Worcester. It's spelled
correct.
I believe you. That's correct.
Psycho Sid has come here to talk. And he is the first of fucking many tonight that have a lot to say. This is not even the go home show to Mania, by the way.
No, it's 2 weeks out.
And there is no SmackDown, by the way. They have one show a week. This is what they got.
Oh, they got Shotgun Saturday Night.
Shotgun Saturday Night.
Yeah,
How do you forget that shit?
Yeah, but that's just basically where Sonny goes to not get naked. So like,
come on, we watched her fuck Elmo on that show.
Yeah, I mean, Elmo was really railing her crazy. I saw Elmo farting on TikTok earlier.
With Ryback.
Ryback, that was very funny.
That was crazy.
If Ryback wants to wrestle Elmo, he can not do it on our show. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we mean that with 100%, with 1,000%. Psycho Sid Town Hall starts the show. Sid is the world champion at this point.
Yes. Psycho Sid, by the way, for those that don't know, is Psycho Sid because he tried to stab Arn Anderson with scissors. That's the whole gimmick.
Where are your scissors,
He's a psycho.
Sid?
He's a psycho, and he has creepy horror music because he tried to stab Arn Anderson with scissors. That's all it is.
His theme song. He's like,
dude, the dirt sheets and the rumor says that Vince told him to go stab him.
I
don't know if that's true.
That's all.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but it's something to think about. Psycho is also spelled SYCHO.
Because he's crazy and he can't spell.
He can't spell, and he has a lot to say in the ring here tonight.
He never learned how to read.
He has. Well, JR is here as well, by the way, and he says, "Psycho Sid, I understand you had several meetings with WWE officials. and you're reluctant to join forces with The Undertaker. What's your story? He's facing Undertaker at WrestleMania, by the way. I don't know why JR is confused.
Why do you have to grill him these hard questions? This is such a hard question for him, by the way.
Grill him these hard questions. Can you read? What is your name?
I didn't read one page, and I heard about it.
Spell Psycho for me right now.
Tony, JR is a shit starter this whole show.
Dude,
he's actually like
he's fucking running
there's
up
one
on people
later
that
that's
don't
insane.
even. Yeah.
I can't wait for that one. Well,
yeah.
Let's think of some kind of fool or something.
or something.
Some kind of fool. All right, let's try that again. Let's start over. We're live, pal.
Yeah, we're live, pal. He says, Undertaker, I know when Paul Bearer is around, it was Mankind and Vader. I smell something fishy. He's not making any fucking sense.
What is he talking
here.
about?
He's not
What
making
is
any
he
goddamn
talking
sense.
about?
His theme
No
song
clue.
is playing in the background, and they're just zooming in on his face. Is extremely
It's
red.
very new. It's very New Jack-esque style here with the theme playing.
He's going to throw JR off a balcony. He said,
I'm going to not. I am not going to fall.
I am not gonna.
Jim Ross, I can't read. I can't do math.
Help me.
For all the
I'm
shit,
gonna not. I am not gonna fall for your trap, Undertaker.
for all the shit we give NXT and Shawn Michaels for making these people practice their promos. Come on.
Look at that. You hear this guy, fucking James? You hear this fucking
How
guy?
the
No,
fuck did you just shoehorn NXT?
That
into
is
this?
unbelievable.
Bro.
This is unbelievable.
Sorry,
You are going to hell.
I'm itching my mole right now. Sorry. Hold on.
I can't read.
That's me with the Patreons.
Since it's WrestleMania, you will fall victim and become another symbol of one of my many victories as WWF champion.
No, he says
I
World
don't-
Wrestling Federation champion. They always say World Wrestling Federation champion.
And
Yeah, of course. So what you need to do tonight, Undertaker, and maybe for the rest of your
Fuck.
career, is you stay in the cemetery where you belong. Because after WrestleMania, that's where I'll put you once and for good. Well, here comes the fucking Undertaker now.
Dude, Undertaker and Sid having a promo off to start the show should be fucking illegal.
It's what dreams are made of, and for 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports
Undertaker
entertainment.
came out and said, "You are making no sense.
You're an idiot.
Listen to yourself."
Spell your name. It's fuck you, man.
Sid, I brought a book out here. Now read one page out of it.
Taker says, if you're scared, say you're scared. Your logic, it just doesn't make any sense. He legit says that.
Did you hear Taker? He said, if you're scared, and I think he says woke or something. I don't know what he said. He said something really weird. You gotta go back and watch it, because he said something like crazy.
Benghazi.
Sid, you are a liberal with sissy hands. Now read the Declaration of Independence.
So Taker pretty much here just says that he's gonna fucking win the belt. He says that, Sid is really one that can't be trusted. Because of course, if Taker does something to Sid, he won't get a shot at WrestleMania because Sid won't make it to WrestleMania. But if Sid takes out Taker, he has no opponent for WrestleMania. So
Oh, shucks.
That is flawed logic. That is not correct. That is
fuck you, Tony.
Yeah,
What do you
well,
know?
you have to understand, Tony, that they would just
Cuck.
leave the WWF champion off the show. They would do that.
They don't care. They don't
this
give
guy.
a shit.
This is 97. We don't
Yeah.
need the WWF
Yeah,
champion
fuck
at
this guy,
WrestleMania.
for
No
real.
way. Also, Taker says he's going to take the belt home to the creatures. I don't know if you guys
Creatures.
You like that? Did you like that?
Yeah, come on with
Yes,
it.
no?
Yeah, I will decline being your partner. I will deal with Vader and Mankind.
That is dude, that's the dumbest shit ever. Yeah. I don't want you to beat me up or me beat you up, so I'll just fight by myself. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. I'm also an idiot. Well, oh yes! Here comes Paul Bearer in red lights with brown Mankind and Fat Vader.
Dude, all I'm thinking right
piece of
now,
shit.
all I'm thinking right now as I see this is how excited I am that Mankind hasn't written a book yet. This is like, I know I'm going to get something
Mankind,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get something at least a little bit cool.
That's true. Well, Paul Bearer says, it says, you, Psycho Sid, have felt the wrath of Vader and Mankind, and you, dead man, you know the story, don't you? By the way, the stairs are in front of the apron, which is pretty cool. Like both sets of stairs, or it's
yeah,
one
you're
big
right.
set. I actually thought that was cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it I'm sure Mankind didn't think it was very cool by the end of the night.
No, well, you know, it's probably taking worse, but
We'll
you're
talk
right.
about it later.
Paul Bearer says, what the problem here is, boys, is you're both a coward.
What
and you
the
problem be? You both don't want to face the future WWF Tag Team Champions tonight on War! On Raw! Why?
I think this is Raw on War. I don't know what he
says.
said.
War on Raw.
Jim Ross, what is the name of this show?
I don't fucking know. What's my name? What's your name? How do you spell it?
I never learned how to read.
I brought a book out too.
I'm gonna put this urn up your ass.
Oh,
This is the sound I will make. Oh. So Vader and Mankind get in and jump Sid and Taker. Taker goozles Mankind, and Vader swings his arm back and punches Taker in the head by accident, which of course means that Undertaker thinks that Sid did this because he's a fucking idiot. And then they stare at each other. And that's how the segment ends.
All right, now it's time to get into WCW Monday Nitro for March 10th, 1997.
This is Spring Breakout! Woo! Get your fucking beers! Get your hot dogs! Get your sand in your underwear! It's
Get
Spring
your-
Break, bitch!
Get your sand witches sandwiches. Beer sandwiches.
Let's go! I mean, this is the spot.
Hot dog. Get
The
your hot
spot to
dog.
be, Tony, is
beach.
right here at Club La Vela in Panama City,
Dude,
Florida.
Club La Vela is the place to be. It's the #1 spring break destination in the United States of America.
WCW made it sound like that they were the #1 location for spring break.
Well, they are.
That's what it was too. You know, I mean, listen. The best time to celebrate spring break is at 8 p.m. on a Monday night. That's
The best time is all the time.
of course.
Spring break forever.
Sweet.
Later.
Double horns.
NW4 later, dude.
And that's just sweet. We cut to a helicopter shot of Panama City Beach, Florida. We have
Holy
pyro
shit.
and all that stuff as we get into Club La Vela here. And this is
awesome.
without a doubt one of the coolest venues and sets for wrestling ever. And I wish we got it more. I think we ended up getting it 3 times over the history of WCW. As far as I know, I don't think WWF or Raw or anything or SmackDown touched anything like this ever.
Not that I
No.
can remember. I mean, they see here this is the first time they've ever had a ring floating like this. That's the first time this setup has happened. I mean, the ring is in the middle of a big fucking pool. They set it up this way. It's on a platform. It's floating. I mean, the giant. I'm shocked they didn't do something where the giant fucking shakes this thing and it sinks Titanic style.
Wow, yeah. Well, that'd be awesome.
There's like a waterfall right next to the ring. There's a girl they zoom in on that has a WCW Nitro Spring Breakout tattoo on her stomach. So she's really about this shit. Of
She
course,
got
that's why
tatted
she's
up
here.
for the 8 p.m. Monday show. That's awesome.
That's the time to party.
Yeah, I gotta say also, great job. I can't imagine how difficult this was to film and get out to TV.
Oh my god.
Which is probably why they're the only ones that gave this a go.
Yeah.
And I
Is
imagine
that a
it
TV
cost-
broadcasting company running the wrestling company as well?
Right.
Yeah.
And Giovanni says, we understand before we talk about what you just seen, we're going to go outside. A limousine is pulling up, and we want our cameras out there for that.
Well, a white limo pulls up, not to be confused with the NWO's limo.
Yeah, it's usually the black limousine that the NWO shows up in. So who could this be?
Well, it's Roddy Piper and his team, including John Tenta and...
Okay, I was hoping...
Dude,
someone
I don't
else.
know.
I had it written down because they didn't say it on commentary either.
Tony,
they
do
just
you know who these guys are?
No, even when they're in the ring, I didn't know who they were. And they showed
Dude.
their faces, I didn't know who they were.
Dude, when they come out of the limo, I said, whoa, John Tenta. And then they start walking, like, towards, more into the building. I said, that's no longer John Tenta. Who is that?
Dude,
And
it was
who is
Roddy
that?
Piper and John Tenta and team members.
Dude,
They were all
Piper's
wearing
Pit.
kilts. They're wearing kilts, all of them.
Team
Like-
friends.
yeah, so this is their team. and then you go to the pay-per-view, and the team is Chris Benoit, Jeff Jarrett, Roddy Piper, and Mongo McMichael. So no John Tenta.
That's probably a better way to go.
Dude, yeah, because they mixed the teams later on in the show, and I guess that makes sense. People were probably like, who are these dudes?
It's John Tenta, Layton Morrison, who is a kickboxer, and Craig Malley, who is a boxer.
Like legit boxer and kickboxer?
Yes. Layton Morrison was a assistant stunt coordinator in The Incredible Hulk.
That is so fucking funny. I thought there was going to be something like these guys were a legendary tag team that I didn't know.
I was like, wow, I can't wait for James to know who these guys are, because I don't know who these are. Surely James will know this.
No.
So this was like a legit angle where they just had like random tough guys come and join? Is that like what?
I think that's, yeah.
This would be a good time to get some guys over if you were going to, putting him with Piper and then putting him in the main, but I guess they decided... Fuck that. We're going to put fucking Benoit and Mongo in it.
We're getting Craig Malley and Layton Morrison over. What's
they were
their
talking about they're talking about here about like Ken Shamrock maybe joining WCW. Was he supposed to be like one of these guys and then like he just went to WWF?
That'd be nuts if that was the case. Instead, we're just going to find two dudes that we think can shoot fight.
Dude, no way that fucking Ken Shamrock was going to be able to beat Layton Morrison. So a white limo pulls up. It's Roddy Piper, John Tenta, Layton Morrison, and Craig Malley.
I mean, if I'm going to war with Craig Malley and Layton Morrison.
So we kick off the night with High Voltage versus Jeff Jarrett and Mongo McMichael.
Danger. High voltage.
Dude, the electricity surging theme song is so funny.
I mean, these guys are
get
over
it?
in my book.
They're dangerous due to the electricity.
Of course.
I mean, I love these guys because...
spot on the nose. Yeah, that's awesome.
I love these guys because their names are Kenny Chaos and Robbie Rage.
I mean, that's awesome. It's alliteration or whatever.
Dude, and High Voltage. I don't even know if anyone thought of this, but great idea. They had the field spell advantage here. They're fucking lightning in the middle of water.
Wow.
The electricity.
Dude,
whoa.
What a great angle they would have been if they would have thrown High Voltage into the water and they died.
I mean, that shit would have changed
The lights go out. Oh, shit. They're dying.
So Jeff Jarrett comes in and he hits a drop toe hold that Mongo hits a leg drop double team with.
2K style.
Yeah, you're right. High Voltage does a cool double team move where they just slam Jarrett over and over into the turnbuckle, holding both of his arms. I thought that was cool.
Out. Yeah, that was cool.
So Jarrett then takes out both men and hits Kenny Chaos to the outside. Mongo comes in and hits a neck breaker on Robbie Rage and does a crazy taunt.
Yeah. He's fired up.
Mongo then hits the Mongo Spike on Robbie Rage and they win.
He fucking kills him with the Mongo Spike Tombstone. I love that move. What a awesome. It doesn't seem like, in my brain, I always forget that Mongo's finish is a Tombstone pile driver.
He's always over too.
Yeah,
dude, he's super over at this time. Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, everywhere he goes, he's fucking over.
Rocky Maivia versus
Tony Roy.
There's no way this guy's name is Tony Roy.
Tony Roy or Tony Ruha. They call him Tony Ruha.
They call him Tony Ruha, I think, Tony. That's what I heard. Tony Ruha.
Yeah, on commentary, they call him Ruha. It's probably Roy, though, but they call him
Tony
Ruha.
Roy from Canada. He looks like he was in UFC 1. All the the name bar graphics or anything like that have just the text, and then to the left of it is a barrel on fire, which is cool.
Oh yeah, all it says just says continues. Yeah.
Yeah, continues, and even like when the wrestlers come out, it's just their name on the right and then a flaming barrel on the left.
They're letting us know it's going to be a dumpster fire episode of Monday Night Raw.
They're right, Tony. They're right.
Yeah, well, fuck you guys.
WrestleMania 13 is presented by PlayStation, coming in just 2 weeks.
That's Linda's theme.
Yeah, well, it's also WrestleMania's theme, so fuck you. Yeah, so the match barely gets...
Fuck you!
Yeah, the match barely gets... I don't even know if it gets started. Before the match, you hear a voice on the mic speaking a different language.
Yes.
It's fucking Iron Sheik, Bob Backlund, and the Sultan.
Oh, Sultan.
This is Deadlock.
You're right. Iron Sheik said Rocky and Johnson. It's not Rocky. This is Rocky 𝐼𝐍 in the ring. Rocky Johnson at the Wrestling Mania. My man Zoltar is gonna show you who is the wrestling champion.
Fuck you.
Fuck
Gold Dust. Fuck Gold Dust. And I mean this.
Fucking Bob Backlund is here and he starts fucking. You're spitting. Bob Backlund starts fucking flipping out. He's like, stand up when I'm talking to young man, and Mr. Johnson. His name's Rocky goddamn 𝐼𝐍. Damn it.
Holy shit, man. So Rocky 𝐼𝐍 got Rocky 𝐼𝐍, Tony 𝓜𝓏, Bob Backlund, Iron Sheik, the
Zoltan.
Bob Backlund in the background just saying whatever the fuck you want saying.
Dude, for the whole match.
Hey, don't talk back to me, young man.
Dude, like, you would think they'd stop talking in the bell ring and they'd wrestle. It's legit Rocky Johnson and Tony 𝓜𝓏 wrestling, and then Bob Backlund screaming until they cut his mic off.
Dude, that was crazy.
He won't fucking shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well, they don't ever stop talking on this show, so I'm not surprised.
No, you're right. Sultan also at one point. Sultan is Rikishi, by the way, for those that don't know. It's Rikishi in a mask and a.
It's the Sultan, by the way, not Sultan.
It's the Sultan. Fuck
No,
you.
fuck you, man.
I mean that.
What do you goddamn know? I'm rocking with Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund and say this guy's name's Zoltar.
Yeah. Sorry. I never learned how to read. My bad.
Anyway, Sultan grips the interviewer by the back of his head and looks into his eyes lovingly. And then we cut back to the ring and Rocky Johnson is doing the Titus O'Neil dog bark taunt.
Sultan with crazy boots and and huge
he's got Iron Sheik's
fat
boots.
ass.
Dude, popcorn pants.
Sultan with fucking big fat ass. Who is this? Who is this guy?
It'd be a shame if you
mask.
put it in your face. That'd be crazy.
That would be horrible. Well, yeah, Rocky then climbs to the top rope. He is Tony 𝓜𝓏
fucking far away.
Tony 𝓜𝓏 is feeding up from practically the other post and taking fucking forever. Somehow, Rocky Johnson is able to dive across the ring and hit this crossbody.
Dude, he spent so much time in the air, he thought about going to Pride.
Dude, he said, I'm gonna have to fight guys like Tony 𝓜𝓏 in Pride, so I might as
I
well
gotta
go.
do this shit 300 days a year? Fuck.
Yeah, so Sultan, Rocky Johnson,
I can take one
Tony
left
𝓜𝓏.
kick from 𝓠𝐾𝐃 and die. Like, why would I do? I would face a Zoltan and I
Zoltan.
Bob Backlund.
What are you guys talking about? The Legend of Sultan. Stop.
Well, Rocky Johnson gets the win here with the crossbody, and then Zoltan runs in, jumps Rocky, but Rocky gets on top of him and
Rocky
drop kicks him.
Johnson?
Yes. And then he bumps Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund off the apron. And then he backs off, and then we're staring at Rocky Johnson 𝐼𝐍.
Please remember that Tony 𝓜𝓏 is in the ring here.
The legend.
From Canada.
How did anyone watch wrestling back then?
It's the fucking first match, James. Come on, man. Give it
How
a-
are you, a grown-ass man, watching wrestling back then, man?
Babyface Rocky 𝐼𝐍 and Tony 𝓜𝓏. That's my shit, man.
Yeah,
That's
man,
my
I
deal.
mean-
Dude, this is what y'all be saying. I wish it was more like this.
Whatever, man. What the fuck? What was Nitro doing at the time, though? Come on.
Nitro
What was
probably had
Nitro's first
fucking
match?
Hashimoto versus Great Muto main event.
All right, let's see. The first match of Nitro from March 10th, 1997. Jeff Jarrett and Mongo against Kenny Chaos and Robbie Rage.
I know that was
sounds
fire.
alright.
Tony
That sounds
𝓜𝓏
alright.
over
That
here.
sounds-
That's crazy.
Well, Rocky Johnson is here, and he's on the bottom of the ramp, and then he slowly turns to his left, and the camera zooms in on a gigantic-headed man. Oh, it is Tony Atlas.
Dude.
Tony.
There's no way. Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas? No way.
That's how Rocky heard him. He was just laughing in the crowd. Well, because Rocky Johnson teamed with him when he was a child or something. I don't know what the story is here.
What? Dude, Tony Atlas they just had his ass in the crowd, and then he jumps the barricade.
He jumps the rail.
Somebody get that man!
I thought he was supposed to jump the barricade. Even Rocky was like, "What the fuck are you doing over here?"
Holy
Dude,
shit!
he jumps the barricade and dabs him up. Of course, he teamed with Rocky's dad.
Vince said, "Hey, he's looking pretty good. Look at that. Look at him looking pretty good."
Yeah. I think he should get in the ring and get stink-faced by the Zoltar.
Tony Atlas said, "Please step on my face."
Oh fuck,
Dude, somebody's
shut this
holding up.
fucking company down.
Somebody's holding up a sign that says Nitro sucks. What are you talking about? Do you see what you're watching?
You're going to hell. Yeah, you're
Holy
going to fucking
fuck,
super
man.
hell.
Holy shit.
Yeah, fuck you for real. That was
Arrest this man. Arrest this man.
Now he's cool. He's cool.
Holy
He's fine,
shit,
bro.
man. Oh, wow.
It's fine,
We're off to
dude.
a hot
Well-
start here. So now it's time for the Roddy Piper and the Boys Town Hall.
I mean, stuff is a lot different now that I know who these guys are.
Yeah, shit changes quite expeditiously here for these four men.
Piper is teasing jumping over the rail into the water, which becomes a theme for the night because the crowd is begging for someone to get thrown into it the whole show.
I just know the meeting before the show started was nobody throw anybody into the water.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Kevin Sullivan's already doing it. Nobody else go in the water.
He booked himself to do it. He can only do it.
There's
He's giving
nothing
the
we can
meeting.
do.
Kevin Sullivan giving the meeting. Don't throw him in the water. Kevin Sullivan's doing it.
Dude, that's a DPW show with the balcony. All right, guys, no one's jumping off. Jay Malachi's jumping off the balcony this time,
Yeah, fucking
guys.
don't do it. So Mean Gene says, Piper the Icon, welcome to spring break. And Piper says, I'll tell you something, man. Mama told me not to come. I never seen so many pretty women all in one place. Ah, y'all. And Mean Gene says, I've seen a little bit of it myself, yes. Okay.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
And Piper says, when I was a kid, spring break meant to me the last spring on my mattress is gone. That's how I got 6 kids. Uncensored. Dude, the uncensored thing happens like 17 times here. He really loves the uncensored branding. Oh, uncensored. Oh.
WCW love the uncensored branding. They always say uncensored.
I love it.
Uncensored. Tony, whenever I think of uncensored, I think of you saying uncensored.
I did too.
Uncensored.
That's
Dude,
100%
they
what
said
I
it
think of.
so many times.
Mean Gene says, speaking of uncensored, what is the game plan for Sunday night? And Piper says, don't worry about that. I got some critics here. I'm getting hammered by the critics. Howard Stern won't have me on his show because he's afraid. You see, he's been knocking me and saying all these things, trying to give a guy a break. Well, Howard Stern, you and your private parts, Howard Stern is hung like a pimple, uncensored.
All right, was this real beef they had? I don't know the
I
story
guess
behind
so.
it.
At the time, like, they wanted
Howard
to bring
Stern
Piper on
probably
his show.
said, "Who are your 2 teammates?" And he said, "You don't know these guys?"
Piper says, let's look at the other side of the pay-per-view. Dennis Rodman. Hey, Denny. Number 1, it's a kilt, not a dress, so don't be pinching my buns. And I'll tell you something. He has tattoo parts on him. Me, I'm in the middle, folks. I got metal parts on me. Uncensored. And he says, the WWF. No? What's that? Never heard of that. He says, the WWF says to me over the television, we have no one-hip wrestlers in our pay-per-views. Well, you're right. He says you have no one hip in your pay-per-views. Got him.
That was good. Actually, by the way, I don't know if you noticed it because they bleeped out WWF in this. When
On
they
the
said
Peacock
it, they
version, right?
the crowd in attendance started booing when they heard the words WWF.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the
They
play.
didn't fuck with WWF at all. Of course. We're at WCW Nitro, goddammit. And he says, I'll tell you something else, WWF. You're a liar. Uncensored, right? Yes, fucking uncensored, yes.
And another thing.
Because when I was in WWF and I beat the dog out of Gold Dust, this is where I got fucking mad. Who the fuck does he think he is?
He just turned heel.
Running down the big gold one? I mean, come on, what do you do? He worked here. So Flair's music hits, and Mean Gene says, the 4 horsemen are here. And Piper says, is that good or bad? VJ says, well, I think you're friends with them, so it can't be bad. So the horsemen come out. It's Arn, it's Flair, Mongo, Deborah, Jeff Jarrett. Arn gets in the ring, and I mean, Arn Every time I love hearing Arn talk. He just fucking lays it out for Piper. He says, listen, man, these guys came out here and they showed a lot of heart last week and took a beating to be a part of this, but with all due respect, this is a job for professionals and not amateurs. John Tenta's standing there.
He's standing right there. Why do you say fuck me?
And Arn offers the services, once again, of the Horsemen. He wants Piper to team with the Horsemen at Uncensored because he doesn't think that the team he has here can stand up to Hogan and the NWO. They're going to fucking, power numbers. They always have. They dropped Flair, have dropped him, and he says, number one rule of thumb all through pro wrestling, when a burglar breaks into your house, you don't squirt him with a water hose. You pick up something and you bash his brains in with it. I've never heard that phrase before. We should pass that down now, though.
Dude, this was Cody-esque promo here, I thought. We put the gun to him.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. That would have awesome. He said, you don't use a water hose, son. You shoot him, kill him, die. And Piper just stands there. He says, this is my family. And Flair cuts him off and says, Hot Rod. Oh, Flair. I mean, Flair is on 16 mimosas at this fucking point. Like, he's on fire.
They put him in the middle of spring break. He's probably going nuts. Everyone on this show is going nuts.
They're having a good. There's probably a bar in the back. Like,
dude, it was probably
way.
that was probably in like the terms like you got to give all the wrestlers free drinks. Like that's part of the
dude,
we'll run here. You
right.
give us all free drinks. Yeah, guaranteed.
And Flair says, in a moment when I hate taking the edge off the party, I came here tonight with the Horseman to tell you, my best friend, you have broken the rule that we always have to live by. Never overmatch yourself. He said he put Hogan to sleep twice, but Hogan will stack the deck. He'll come with Hall, Nash, Savage, the whole gang, and you can do no more on your own. They got Dennis Rodman, and we got all-pro tackle that'll make Rodman into a basketball. Holy shit. That'd be awesome for a video game. Fucking make Dennis Rodman into a basketball.
That's awesome.
And he says, Hogan, the stupid little man wants back in the game. He wants to stand one-on-one, one and only Hot Rod. And I want you to take the Horseman. I want you to walk the aisle. And I want you. And Flair is like, he starts getting into the promo heavy, and he's shaking his head and getting fired up. And you see Piper is also starting to shake his head, and Flair sees this and gets even more fired up. He just cuts off the middle of his promo, starts strutting in the middle of a sentence, throws his fucking jacket in the air, which Piper catches and puts on. These are the two coolest dudes ever. What the fuck? So Flair says, are you with the Horseman? Are you with the Horseman? Or, oh, Hogan, it's not Riding the Icon, it's the Con Man. And you're an icon, brother. Join the Horseman and let's woo. And Mean Gene says, if the jacket fits. And Piper says the jacket fits just fine. They're my family. They'll watch my back. But I'd be proud to fight with the Horseman at Uncensored. Huge fucking pop. Crowd super into this. I imagine Craig Malley, Leighton Morrison, and more so John Tenta maybe weren't too thrilled with how they were presented here. I don't understand how John Tenta got into the mix here of getting fucking treated like an amateur, but that's okay, I guess.
He was the fucking shark.
It's a sharky shark world out here.
Shark and spring break would have been awesome.
Dude, wow. They have him like under the ring the whole time, and he swims out and interferes. That would be awesome.
Wow, that'd be fucking insane. What is he interfering in? Dave Taylor versus Prince Iakea?
In the high voltage match?
They tell him he's going to interfere in the main event of Harlem Heat against Public Enemy. And then...
It happens, of course.
Of course. Well, the WWF Slam of the Week is brought to you by Cool Borders on the PlayStation.
Oh, hell nah, man.
Come on, that game was sick. Come on,
1080
bro.
snowboarding was better, bro. Come on.
Yeah, man, you're right. You're right. I can't argue. Well, the Slam of the Week was Ahmed Johnson hitting 3 of his most dangerous moves on Al Snow. He kills him with a pile driver, which leads to a spine buster, and then that leads to a Pearl River plunge. I don't know why they put this here because Ahmed Johnson's not involved in anything after this fucking thing.
This is a Slam of the Week, okay?
Dude, it's crazy to me. There will never, ever exist a man like Ahmed Johnson ever again. This is the most one-of-one-ass dude I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you're right.
So we have Heavy Metal, Pentagon, and Peroth versus Octagon, Hector Garza, and the Latin Lover.
The fuck is going on here, man?
Dude, I saw 2 pentagons. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at here.
Tony, it's you know, you get the one and then you get the alt color one.
The
Evil,
red trim
yeah,
and the
it's evil pentagon or evil
Why would
octagon.
Pentagon and Octagon not team together?
Because
They were
it's
brothers.
evil. They were brothers at one time.
Now they're no longer brothers.
Dude, my small brain WWF mind does not understand this.
Well, once
I
you
did
learn
not
how to
get it.
read, you'll know.
Dude,
what's
Hector
going on.
Garza, insanely based.
TNA's Hector Garza. Let's fucking go. Didn't he like smuggle a bunch of steroids or something? Did we talk about that?
He
That was
smoked
crazy.
those steroids crazy.
Yeah, Steve Williams style.
This is
awesome.
yeah, first off, this is a fucking insane match to just have on Raw. They're like, yeah, this is just a AAA showcase match. They say that this is just a AAA showcase match.
I think because of this, WCW starts signing AAA guys exclusively.
Oh,
Yeah,
because of this
Because
match
they
or this
don't want
partnership?
they don't want like WWF to fucking like use these guys anymore. So they just start signing them, and then like AAA and WCW have like a falling out because of it.
Well, Earl
Wow.
Hebner's the ref here, I think. And I'll tell you this much: there is not a lower third in this area. Every fucking lower third they play is actually like a right-hand third that takes up 1/3 of the screen on the right-hand side.
It squishes the match in.
Yeah, that's like fucking insane. I guess they
didn't
thought
know
this
any
was-
better?
Well, they decided we're gonna do it all fucking night. We're gonna do it every single match all night
Squish
long.
all the matches. Yes.
They show a screen here for Vader, Mankind, Taker, and Sid, and then one for Jerry Lawler and Paul Lee, and they squish the screen for as long as possible. And you would think maybe, just maybe, for maybe 15 seconds, they'd show the fucking match. That's not the case. This is not the wrestling company.
No way. Dude, they go out of their way to not focus on the match, talk about the match, acknowledge the match, except for maybe an ooh and ah every so often, or for Jerry Lawler to say that there's a lot of ugly people in Mexico because they all wear masks. That's all they fucking do this whole match.
Dude, Lawler brings up, he's like, why is Vince bringing these AAA guys
AAA
in
and ECW.
In ECW,
Yeah.
and then Vince doesn't answer because he knows he's fucking in
Anyway,
the right.
back to the dropkick.
We got WrestleMania. Let's feature these AAA guys. Yeah, whatever.
So it pans to a woman in the crowd, and that would be China.
We don't know that yet, but it is China.
We don't know that throughout the whole fucking episode.
We don't find that out for I don't know how long actually.
Yeah,
but
it's
she's
probably
not
a
China. Yeah, maybe Mania.
Yeah.
You would think eventually they give her a name, but I think they were calling her China like on the European tour they were just on. So I don't know if they were trying out the name or what they were doing, but
Well, that's the Bionic Woman.
she's look at this, look at her. Ah,
She challenged Bret Hart, and you know what
Yeah,
she did to
that's-
Marlena.
yeah.
We saw that.
Get that woman out of here. That's that bionic woman.
Dude, security literally picks her ass up and takes her out of here.
Drags her.
She's not even doing anything. She was here. Jerry Lawler said, "No, she bought a ticket."
Well, maybe she shouldn't have choked Marlena over the barricade and jumped the rail.
Well,
to
that was-
fucking try to fight Bret Hart.
That was the whole other week. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
she's
gets
back
her
in here
reset.
doing her thing. Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, she gets escorted out of the building. Then we come back from commercial to recap what China has been doing, not to watch the match.
Fuck
because
this
the match
match,
is,
and I
well, the
mean
match
that.
the match is getting a boring chant from the crowd, so
Dude,
everything's just fucking going
it's
great
boring
here.
before the commercial. It comes back. They're showing like the Marlena, like how she destroyed Marlena, and it's still chanting boring.
This shit is boring as fuck. Where's Tony Ruha? Bring his ass back out here.
We got plenty of Canadian legends on this show, so don't you
Where's
worry.
the
You can wait.
Zoltan?
Dude, they're out here killing each other, jumping off the top rope, like doing flips and
Fuck
shit.
these
Yeah,
guys.
Super
Boring.
kicks. You asshole. Well, anyway, back to the action. Oh, well, we're standing by with Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman, and then they go to picture-in-picture with Brian Pillman and talk about goddamn Shotgun Saturday Night.
Brian Pillman says, "I'm Brian Pillman, and on Shotgun Saturday Night, I'm gonna do my ECW gimmick, but a lot worse."
I don't give a damn, because I'm the ammunition for that shotgun, and you can bet I'll have my finger on that hair trigger. Anyway,
I wrote
Pentagon's
it-
doing an Asai moonsault to the floor, a
They're
360
killing each other.
splash.
Nobody gives a fuck. Boring. Boring. Put Pillman back on the screen. Put Pillman back on the screen.
Hector Garza with a 360 crossbody off the top. Yes, anyways, we got goddamn Shotgun
Triple H
Saturday
left the
Night.
building.
China has been arrested. We just got word she's been arrested.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Wow. So yeah, I think Heavy Metal pins Hector Garza with a flash pin.
That's
In like
right.
a picture-in-picture, because there's a replay going on from what happened earlier, and then he pins him
Oh.
in the picture-in-picture.
The finish is tremendous, by the way, in picture-in-picture. I don't know if you guys actually can see it because there's so much going on. The finish is Latin Lover goes to the top rope, Heavy Metal standing in the ring. Latin Lover does a frog splash directly in front of him, not trying to hit him whatsoever, and then he gets Lamajal cradled.
Thank you, all that. Yeah. No, that's right.
That was...
Dude,
that was
Flash,
yeah, man.
Flash pin in the picture-in-picture, no one gives a fucking shit for some reason.
Dude,
No one gives a fuck.
Vince stops off with the greatest line of all time. He says, "What a bunch of matadors, ladies and gentlemen."
Get these guys out of my fucking ring. This AAA bullshit. Get this fucking shit off my screen. Are you kidding me?
Jose Lothario, suck my god.
Go to WCW on care. Get the fuck out of here.
We got Dennis Rodman coming in.
I got Roy Raymond coming to the ring here in a minute. Get the fuck out. How about that, buddy? So we got a WrestleMania 13 commercial.
WrestleMania action, adventure, danger. There's only one WrestleMania.
I will say the voiceover guy's a throwback classic.
He's very good at it too.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
shit.
and you got all the big matches, you know.
Yeah, Taker and Sid, Brett and Austin.
Ahmed Johnson versus the Nation of Domination. All
Oh
of them.
yeah, was that in the? Oh yeah, that was in the graphic. Was it? You're right.
17.
Me versus the nation.
Standing on business. That's the line for Ahmed
That was Ahmed Johnson's gimmick.
The voiceover guy said that in the commercial.
Standing on business.
1 versus 50. One-man army. Ahmed Johnson. So now it's time for the TV title match. Squire Dave Taylor versus Prince Iaukea.
Yes.
Prince Iaukea is the TV champ. He beat Regal with a roll-up, and now Squire Dave Taylor has come to get his lick back for his best friend.
Yes, he. Dude. So I mean, first of all, this guy's British. Is that what this guy's fucking thing?
Is that his gimmick?
I guess
this
that's
guy?
his gimmick.
William
And
Regal.
They do the wide shot, and I'm staring at the ring from above, and there's a ref in there, and I'm like, who the fuck is this other dude in the ring? Is this who Dave Taylor's wrestling? No, it's Dave Penzer in shorts and a shirt. He's in spring break outfit, of course. So I was like, oh, that's cute. And they show pre-recorded comments from Regal's close friend Dave Taylor, and Dave Taylor says he's got a few words for you, Prince Iaukea. I saw the way you sneaked that fall on my very good friend Lord Steven Regal, and tonight you will get a lesson in the finer art of wrestling. Well, that's fair. Prince Iaukea could be in some trouble here.
And Larry Zbyszko says, is this guy supposed to be British? What's the gimmick? No.
Oh my god.
That should have been funny.
That would be something to say though.
Was he British or something?
So a Hummer limo pulls up in the back right as we get started with this match.
Yeah, fuck
And
the match.
It's got the TNT NWO wrap on it. I mean, come on. Larry Zbyszko says, there's that tank.
That's what they said when fucking DX tried to invade Nitro. There's that tank.
There's that tank. He says, I think it's a Humvee.
Right.
So everyone gets out of the Humvee here. It's the NWO. They've arrived. During the middle of this show, it had to be during Squire Dave Taylor and Prince Iaukea's match, of course. And they all get out, and they're all walking towards the venue here. A lot of fans lined up on the wall, it looked like, here, seeing them, arrive to the venue. And Scott Hall says, yo, we are going in the back. I know the dishwasher.
Holy fuck, dude. I thought that was fucking funny as shit. Even better, James. He says that, and Macho Man turns around and walks by him and says, cool.
So right as they're about to walk away, they notice that there is a guy laying down on the concrete.
So I don't know who. Scott Norton is the one that G's up the boys and gives the Iggy and says, "Hey, hey!"
Because one of the fans is like, "Hey, dude, check this out right here."
Yeah, there's just a body laying on the floor behind them, and the boys all come back out and they all check on him and they roll him over. Well, by God, that's got to be VK Wall Street.
I can't fucking believe it. He got dropped right out the Humvee.
They said that it happened to the Big Bubbier last week too.
Oh no! Oh
yeah.
no!
How the fuck did this happen?
There must be a rogue member that keeps staying with them that they are not expecting to be attacking guys like this.
It might be just in all black and have a face paint on and could possibly be.
It's John Tenta, isn't it?
It's got to be John the fucking Shark Tenta, and he's under the ring and he's drowning because this match is taking too long. What do we do?
Who could be dropping the NWO?
I thought at first that it was like they were saying it's spring break, so VK Wall Street just had too many and he passed out.
Right. That makes sense to me.
Oh, wow,
But no, he got attacked by somebody and nobody saw it.
Right. He's silent but deadly.
Like a fart.
So Dave Taylor goes for a body slam, but Prince Iaukea falls on top of him.
He's
so heavy. Prince Iaukea is
That's what
so
it looked
heavy.
like. It looked like he just couldn't pick him up. Like Prince Iaukea didn't do anything to fight out of the move. You know, like he didn't wiggle or move his legs, kick him, punch him, nothing.
He had
just
loaded underwears.
Silent but
shit in his
deadly.
drawers and then fell on top of him.
Dude, yeah, Squire Dave Taylor could not withstand the weight of Prince Iaukea, and he falls and loses.
So Prince Iaukea falls on top of him and wins the match, meaning he will face Rey Mysterio at Uncensored.
Dude, what if the VK Wall Street thing, they had that helicopter, they just had Sting repeatedly rappelling down and stealing them away?
Sounds
Just
like
behind
Tom
everyone's-
Clancy or something.
Just behind everyone's back. You
Huh?
see
What was
Sting
that
rappel
noise?
down.
Metal Gear
Who's
Solid
there?
style.
So Jim Powers with Teddy Long takes on Eddie Guerrero up next.
Yes, and Dean Malenko is joining us here on commentary because he thinks Eddie Guerrero's an asshole.
And Eddie Guerrero thinks Dean Malenko's an asshole.
I mean, what a good angle, right? Hey, I'm not a dick. You're a fucking dick. You're the dick. That's the whole story here.
So Dean says that he wants people to see the real Eddie Guerrero. He says that him and Eddie grew the cruiserweight division to what it is, and now Eddie has fallen behind, and he's being an asshole.
And he says he's jealous of him as well. It's pure jealousy why he's acting the way he is. And I was like, how's he? He's just wrestling this match against Jim Powers.
Well, Eddie is going to lie, and he's going to cheat, and he's going to steal.
That's weird.
That is
He will
gimmicks.
do that for his entire career.
Was he British?
No.
So Eddie and Jim have been trading shit back and forth here. A lot of this match is Dean talking. He's a very smooth talker, by the way. Dean is.
I was surprised. Yeah.
So Eddie goes to pin Jim Powers, and Teddy Long tries to tell the ref that Eddie's feet are under the rope. Eddie then pulls Jim Powers into Teddy Long, and it bumps him on the outside. Eddie then rolls up Jim Powers and retains the WCW US title. And Dean Malenko says, "What an asshole."
Dude, yeah, that's his, like, I don't know if this is Eddie's being a dick here doing that, right? Like, isn't that a fair thing to do?
I don't know.
Trying to cheat.
Babyface probably wouldn't bump Teddy Long with the other dude off the apron, right?
I don't know, because that's like making him like fall to his own perturb, right? Like he threw him into him just to get him out of the way and then rolled him up. And maybe the roll up, did he tights him or no?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think
so
he
either.
ties him. No.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, Eddie rolls him up, and I like that. I actually like the finish here of him pulling him into Teddy. He could have very easily just bumped Teddy, but him pulling Jim into him, I think, was
I
played
liked
out
it too.
great. Dean says that he took the easy way out, and he keeps taking the easy way out. And then Mean Gene comes in the ring to talk to Eddie.
Mean Gene said, I did some talking to some people that are vacationing here from Michigan, and they're here celebrating spring break. But Eddie, they're asking me the question everyone is it us or is it Eddie Guerrero? And Eddie's fucking pissed. He says, I'm not the fucking one saying I'm new and improved, am I? That's Dean Malenko. And am I punching and kicking and choking uncharacteristically like someone I know? So who's the person who doesn't seem to be himself? And Mean Gene fucking steps in and says, hold on a goddamn second, Eddie Guerrero. That's you. You aren't being yourself. Eddie says, fuck you. I'm sick and tired of my friends saying I'm changing. My family thinks I'm changing. You think it. Dean Malenko, you keep accusing me for your attitude. And I'm sick and tired of this. If anyone made a mistake, it's you. Because you told me your game plan. And if you think I'm going to give you mine, well, then I'll see you at Uncensored. I like this angle.
Yeah, I'm into it too. I like that they're both taking their own pass, and it's almost Dean gaslighting Eddie into turning heel.
And it feels like it's working, too.
It is totally working.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Makes a very compelling story. So we have Ahmed Johnson versus Roy Raymond. Is that
From
right?
Canada.
Roy Raymond.
Yes.
Can we talk about Ahmed Johnson for just 1 second?
Please, because
We don't get to talk about Ahmed Johnson too much. So
we don't.
we're just going to quickly go over this. Ahmed Johnson wore elbow pads on his biceps, not his elbows, and knee pads on his thighs.
2 sets of them.
What was he protecting?
Everything, because I think he was very injury prone. So I think he just
his biceps were gonna tear at any moment.
Protected himself, and he is soaking wet, and he has very, very tiny red gear that is riding so far up his big ass.
I remember seeing this guy in the video game, and I was like, I'd never seen
anybody
like this in my life. I said, what the fuck? And then the Pearl River Plunge is the craziest move of all time.
What a great move! Yeah, dude, he's like, we talk about like Mike Awesome, being like, this guy just has to be a wrestler. Ahmed Johnson was made to be a wrestler.
Has anyone ever tried the elbow pads and the biceps thing? You think that would work nowadays?
I don't know if anyone's as big as Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Who could pull that off? I don't know. He might be the
Miz.
Dude.
Whatever you're about to say, no, I haven't seen it. No, I'm not interested in seeing it.
Tony, James watched Raw with me after you left.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did watch Raw.
We put Raw on, because we were watching some bullshit, and then we put on Raw, halfway through, and we were watching King of Queens, which was awesome, by the way. We tune in to Raw. It's The Miz making his entrance, and I said, oh, shit. Miz comes out doing the balls taunt, and then Ivar comes out. I swear James was about to, run full force through his wall. He didn't understand what was happening. And then there's that girl with her fucking dirty feet out and shit.
Dude, yeah, Valkyrie?
Yeah, Valkyrie, yes. Is it Valkyrie?
Oh, no.
Or is it Valhalla? No.
Oh, Valhalla.
Yeah, Valkyrie's somebody else, I think.
Sorry.
And it's a 2-seg match. They do a 2K Bronson Reed cutscene where he comes out and sits in a chair.
God damn, man.
Yeah, dude. What a night. Yeah,
he's incredible.
But the Miz did the balls taunt in his entrance, so W.
And James got to find out that Miz is a moves guy now.
Oh, he did a
course.
Hurricane Rana, which really
at 0.50 speed, in creative finisher.
Dude, yeah, that shit was crazy. Then I look at Twitter, I was like, oh shit, the Miz is out here. I was like,
Macho's tweeting it.
Yeah, Macho's a
Macho got railed for something. I don't remember what he tweeted. What was it?
Oh, it was about Hell in a Cell or something.
yeah, that's right.
Cooking.
It was War Games, right? War Games.
Yeah, he's cooking with his War Games.
Yeah, and he got railed for that, Tony. Deb took your spot in the trio
damn.
reply.
That's all right.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
She deserves it. Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah, sorry. So I needed to get that out of my system. Yeah,
so Ahmed
Johnson is amazing.
With elbow pads, knee pads, none of them on the elbow or the knees, which is quite interesting. The match barely even gets started, and then the Nation comes out, and they are making their presence known here on Monday Night Raw's War.
Immediately. Okay, first of all, Ahmed Johnson's music is done. Ahmed Johnson is standing on the apron facing the stage. Was Roy Raymond from Canada supposed to jump him here?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought
so too.
Yeah. But I don't know.
He probably realized how much protection he had. He said, I don't even know I'm gonna hurt this guy.
He had to find a great point of attack.
He's like, I'm gonna attack his biceps or maybe his thighs. And then he looked at both of them. He said, holy shit. They're both protected to the nth degree.
So the Nation comes out. PG-13 is wrapping them to the ring. Ahmed Johnson's not paying attention to this and just beating the goddamn hell out of Roy Raymond. Ahmed Johnson then performs what I can only describe as a spine buster onto the top rope.
Yeah, he bailed him out spine buster style.
And then he goes out, brings them back in, and then does a gigantic scissors kick onto Roy Raymond from Canada. And then spine busters him. The Nation theme is still playing New Jack style during Ahmed's match.
They're just rapping live.
They're rapping. Ahmed's not in the Nation. He's feuding with them. And then Ahmed hits the Pearl River Plunge to Roy Raymond from Canada for the win.
That's awesome. Great move.
Unbelievable
move for this era of WWF.
He definitely killed many jobbers with that move.
Which is awesome.
Right? There's some guys didn't make it out of 97. Well, what a rush. The LOD Tron plays on the screen and the fucking Road Warriors come down from the crowd. They show Ahmed in the ring with half of his gear stuck up his ass.
That's gangsta style, full Nation on your ass.
Juice make sugar.
Crazy, man.
Hawk and Animal get in the ring, and Hawk says, hell, the gang is all here.
Yeah, hell. You're going hell. Nation.
Hawk says, "Let me tell you something, Nation domination."
Whoa,
Holy shit!
wait.
When we get to you, you'll look like a sweaty, fly-covered pile of raw white socks. Ha 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 ha.
Dude, I'll
That's
tell you
Vince.
right now, they should have shut the WWF down right there at the end
How
of that
does this still
sentence.
exist?
Dude, there ain't no way that any of y'all
Kill the
were
Road
watching this
Warriors.
shit. Tony, were you watching this shit?
No, I don't think
He
so.
was.
I don't,
Yes,
I
you
didn't-
fucking were.
No. I was
Yes,
I was
the-
playing.
I bet Marcus watched this shit.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
I think you're.
I wish
probably
we could
right.
get Marcus's. He probably loved this shit.
It only is downhill for the Road Warriors here. Like this is.
Yeah. Once they were done
It's-
pretty
it's
much with
over.
like the NWA and WCW and all that shit. I mean,
Yeah, you're
WWF Road Warriors is just horrible. I mean, like historically, it's just the worst.
On like complete character assassination, up there with Raven being rich and having a mansion.
Okay,
Right,
that was
guys?
based. That was like his
Okay,
canon
no,
booking. That was
no,
that was his
no,
whole character.
no,
Somebody had to
no,
give him that
no,
character, and
no. I thought that
WCW
was- that
wasn't
was really
scared
good.
to do
I
it.
thought it was
Fucking
good.
no, it was not.
Him and Hack and yeah, everybody.
That's like one of the big
Canyon.
things I remember from my childhood was that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Holy shit, Tony.
What a mark.
It's one of the best storylines ever, actually.
I agree. It was very good.
Eric Bischoff
Anyway-
was cooking.
Anyway, Ahmed Johnson says, "You boy, all these people are gonna watch you WrestleMania, aren't you?" The crowd goes, "Yeah, we're gonna watch WrestleMania."
I ain't watching that shit. I can't afford it.
Everybody in the world, James. Everybody, the world is watching, James. You don't
Dude,
understand.
$15 for WrestleMania. I'm not getting that shit. Best of luck.
Maybe $10. How about that? $10? You do
Nah,
that?
that's still a little too much for me.
Everybody in the world go watch WrestleMania because they know you're go down. You're go down. That was over. You're going down.
No, it won't. They just wanted to say something.
Yeah, well then it's over if they can say that.
Hell.
It's kind of over. It's over like Feed Me More, same kind of thing, you know?
Feed Me More was over.
More.
Dude, sweaty, fly-covered pile of raw socks.
Sweat socks.
Yeah, sweat socks.
Well,
Yeah, you're done. You're done. Yeah, I mentioned that Vince wrote that down. Yo, you say that? That's a test. That's like a fucking. He just tested his
Yeah.
ass. He said, "You gonna say this for real?" And he does. He says, "You're done.
Gotcha.
You're out.
Yeah,
you're
now
done.
You made a huge mistake. You're done.
Huge
you're a
mistake.
drunk falling off the Tron now. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
we're
you're
putting
doing.
Draws with you. We're gonna put Heinrich with you. You know,
Sonny's gonna be with you. I mean, you're done.
You're done.
enjoy your run here. You won't.
We'll run you over. I promise.
So we have Sergeant Craig Pittman versus
Let's go.
DDP. DDP gets a ton of pyro here.
I think like he just became over, like as like this over, like because I think Mean Gene even references it later that like, hey, the fans are really taking to you, huh, motherfucker? Last week you were super over. Look at you now too. Like you're looking pretty good. And I think like his shit's super catching on now.
Dude, I watched DDP's dub theme song so fucking much that I started to forget what his fucking original theme song
The
was.
Self High Five. Yeah.
So I had to go
Nirvana.
listen to it to break that, so my mind could remember what his theme song was.
That's tough. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's in the games too. That's why it's even worse because you hear it in both. You hear it on Peacock and
You
in the
never
fucking
stop
2K
hearing
games.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at some point your brain just goes, "This was his original theme song." No,
Yeah,
it
you're
was
right,
not.
Like Break the Walls Down, you know?
That'll get you
has been.
every time, Tony. Somehow in 3 different companies, it was breaking the walls down all the time.
Always.
No one keeps their song that much.
No, of course.
So I was looking up DDP here, and I was just like, why is he so over at this point? Like, what did he do?
Mm-hmm.
He just, in January, he turned down the NWO where he diamond cut, you know, he took the shirt and then turned him down. And that really, like, got him, like...
Tony, he's
as
still in the
face.
middle of it right now with the Macho Man. The Macho Man feud's what got him over.
Yeah, that's like
yeah.
people like him, Macho Man fucking jabroniing him is helping
Yeah.
him tremendously.
Yeah,
He beats the Macho Man clean, too. Like,
Is
Macho
that
Man...
uncensored?
I don't remember what pay-per-view
Fuck,
was that.
okay.
I just remember
Probably-
him beating him
probably
clean.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, if not, then it's at the next pay-per-view then.
Sure.
But yeah, DDP, you're right. Super over. Telling the NWO to fuck off, and then Macho Man willing to go down to him clean was huge for him. And he rode that momentum for a while. So
And he's here you can see it too. The crowd is super into him, and I even more excited I am here because Sergeant Craig Pittman is here, so I know I'm gonna see someone fuck up a bunch of moves.
dude, that's crazy. That I mean, why not like have I don't know Squire Dave Taylor do this one or you know, or
Dude.
something else.
I mean, like,
especially
this
for a guy you're
guy
trying to
sucks.
trying to get someone over.
He's
trying to
doing
get
it the wrong way.
yeah, like
what
you're
the
trying to get
fuck?
this guy over. You might want to put him with guys that can like really get him there. You know.
Yeah, and maybe not somebody that might injure him.
I mean, I always enjoy a Sergeant Craig Pittman match on my WCW, but like,
Of course.
not here. You know, not here is probably.
I haven't found one that I really like yet, but I have a good time watching it.
Yeah. Whenever I see him, I go, there he is. The Sarge.
How's he back?
That's my boy, Sarge. Yeah, so Sergeant Craig Pittman gets DDP down and face washes him, gets his heat, lines him for a 2. Then Pittman goes to Irish whip DDP here. And I don't know if they knew what was going on this one. So he Irish whips him and DDP takes this really crazy. My first thought was, wow, he's like, this looks awesome. Like, the urgency here is really dope. And I think the urgency was like really dope because he was going to do it regardless.
Yeah,
so
Craig Pittman gets up and rushes him down is what fucking happens here.
He Irish whips him and DDP takes this pretty nuts, and then Craig Pittman grabs him, and I think DDP thinks this is an overhead belly to belly because he looks up like he's about to flip.
Yes.
And then Pittman takes him around for a regular belly to belly, and this could have gone drastically wrong. I'm glad it didn't.
I thought he killed him. Like, for a split second, I said, wow. Because obviously I know DDP doesn't die, but there was a glimmer. Not a glimmer is a good thing. Like a fear in my head that like he's dropping DDP on his neck right now. And I'm about to watch this man break his neck.
DDP hits the diamond cutter on Sergeant Craig Pittman.
Awesome.
The crowd goes fucking nuts, and he wins the match. It's academic.
Please tell me that I wasn't seeing things when I saw Sergeant Craig Pittman kick out a 3.1.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if
I didn't notice,
I
but
swear
that's
to God,
probably
he
right,
kicked out
yeah.
a 3.1.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had a little heat ski. I mean, you know, why not?
Well, the Sarge is not fucking laying out of this freak. What the hell?
Yeah,
Attention.
you're right. That's the Sarge. So they got the Valvoline replay. Shows
Holy
the
shit.
diamond cutter and the entrance.
Oil this man up.
Valvoline. Valvoline. Valvoline.
That's Craig Pittman's theme song, dubbed. And his finisher is the Valvoline.
It's Mr. Valvoline. He goes out, Valvoline. Jimmy, what? Valvoline. So Mean Gene interviews DDP and he says, "You all right?"
You good? And then the lights go out.
Yeah, so he says, DDP, you're getting good crowd reactions, and the lights go out, and the mic cuts, and
He's
Tony
still talking,
Schiavone
though.
says, "Hello."
It's like an awkward amount of time. Tony's right. You can see like DDP is cutting this full promo. I was so confused for a second because I was like, oh, the NWO is about to jump this guy. But that's like such a, like WCW doesn't do that here.
No,
like,
I was thinking maybe like a Sting thing. I don't know, but it wasn't.
They're not
It
like
was
a lights out, cut the mic, run-in thing. Like
No, that's
they're-
ECW for sure, yeah.
Yeah, like, so like I was like, wow, this is weird. Then I realized, oh, this is an accident. And then like James said, it's silent, silent, silent. Hello.
Oh, the power is out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing some kind of difficulty here at Club La Vila. They're still conducting the interview. We'll try to restore power here. We got to take a break and we'll be back. Oh, fuck. Dude, imagine if they couldn't get it back on.
Dude, DDP was just doing the promo in the dark with the bang taunt and everything.
He's doing all the gimmicks. He's pointing at the crowd, doing the taunt. I bet he had 16 catchphrases there too. It was probably
Dude, he
a money
was fired
promo.
up. Yeah, he was fired up for this.
Dude, Mean Gene probably said, well, they didn't hear that shit. Fuck!
Yeah, they go to commercial, come back. WCW Saturday Night commercial. They go to commercial again because it's still not fixed. They come back. DDP is still here with Mean Gene. I thought they were just going to say, "Ah, fuck it."
Which I guess is like that. They wanted DDP to get his shit in. Like he was a guy that they're trying to do something with. So like, stand out there. We'll just cut the fucking main event. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Take all the time you want. So Mean Gene says, Tony, we were interrupted. I won't say it was a rude interruption, but DDP, the Macho Man, certainly, along with other members of the NWO, haven't been acknowledging you as of late. Acknowledge me. And DDP says, what's it like, Savage? You snap that much that you forgot my name? So the whole thing is Macho. They're jabroniing DDP crazy here, saying they don't know his name. He's a nobody. DDP says, you think after you left me laying and gave me a free ride to the hospital, which I checked out in good condition, you think I would just forget about you? You're going to remember the name DDP.
Yeah.
The crowd all throwing up the diamond.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Super over. Good promo here, both
Hey, good
times.
work on the production crew, by the way. Be able to well, that's the perks of them running with TNT crew or whatever. Like, hey, we're gonna take a break right now. Like, they could just have the luxury of doing that, and then
oh yeah, you're right.
We're gonna fix these lights immediately, and then they are back from commercial, and the lights are working again. It's kind of nuts.
TNT was probably like, this is awesome. We get to run a bunch of commercials.
Oh my God! Wow, you're
yeah.
right. Dude, this happens to us. I'm going head first off the balcony.
Yeah, there's no breaks for us. It's all over.
We're breaking our legs.
So now we have Owen Hart and the British Bulldog versus the Blackjacks.
The new Blackjacks.
New Blackjacks.
Sorry, not the old ones.
Thank you.
Does everybody know?
Not
They're
the
from
old
Texas.
ones.
Did you know
Not
they're
the
from
good
Texas?
ones.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, Tony, there's no way I could tell they're from Texas.
They also say
wow.
they're from Texas. They're not anywhere else, just Texas. They're from Texas.
Well, somewhere there, yeah.
Well, Tony, La Femme Nikita is a babe, no doubt about it.
Well, they have a sign. Someone has a sign. They brought the sign.
We can't read.
So we got Owen Hart and the British Bulldog. Jim Ross full sprint up the ramp here to catch them in their entrance.
I've never seen
Hey,
something
fellas,
like this before.
fellas.
I want to congratulate you both for a great match in the European finals. Bulldog, congrats being the first European champion. And Owen says, hey man, let's not talk about him winning the title. It was a great match. I mean, we know I would have won, but let's talk about our match with the Blackjacks. And JR says, well, Owen, are you jealous? Are you jealous of your partner? Owen gets in his face and said, you're trying to fucking stir up trouble, man. Leave us the fuck alone. Yeah, well, it looked like he beat you.
Yeah, to me it looks like he did fucking won, and you're a little jealous to me. Look at you.
You suck. Leave me alone.
So they get in the ring. The new Blackjacks, of course, Blackjack Wyndham and Blackjack Bradshaw.
Big ass mustaches.
They're here to fucking also talk because they have to have some things they have to say. Someone needs to talk tonight. No one has.
What do
before.
they say?
I don't know. I didn't write it down.
Come on, you know what they say here. They got a great historic line here.
Here, go ahead. Let me know.
Well, Bradshaw
first
says,
time,
hey,
let me
Owen, you're stinking Canadian tick. He said, you've been living off British Bulldog for quite some time. Haha. And there's one good thing about you besides that slammy. You got yourself some real purty lips, boy.
Oh, great.
And I want to fuck them.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I want to fuck them with my dick.
Oh, good. Well, what do you think? Owen's jealous?
Are you jealous? Oh, them pretty ass lips. I'm gonna fuck them.
He runs back in. Are you jealous? Huh? What's going on?
Bulldog, are you jealous of Owen's pretty ass lips? Well, that pisses off Owen and Bulldog, and they jump the new Blackjacks to start this match. And I don't really get to watch most of this match because now Vader and Mankind are on my screen.
Dude, Vader and Mankind are on the screen, and Vader says, hey, what's up going on, you guys?
I'm a fat piece of shit.
Vince is trying to talk to this fucking dude. He is just fucking. I have a match at WrestleMania.
He's a dead boy Smith.
They're in the match. They can't hear him.
No, dude. He says they're not good enough or strong enough or bad enough to take away the gold of WrestleMania. And the pain game comes out because Vader fears no man. And he feels no pain. And my partner here loves pain. And it will be time. It is time. And Vince says, well, Vader time, no doubt. And Vader keeps trying to talk.
Dude,
and cut him off.
The way he said that shit was so like, I'm sick of this fucking. Send his ass back to
I'm sick of
WCW.
this fat son of a bitch.
Yeah, we get it, Vader time. Back to the action.
Dude, he said it just like that, Tony. He said it just like that. Vader,
Yeah,
said, I
Vader
feel no
time,
man,
sure.
feel no pain. And it's time, and you know what time. Yeah, it's Vader time. So thank you.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Anyway, back to new Blackjacks. Let's see what's going on here.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's Vader time.
we get it.
Fuck you, Vince. I was just saying, fuck you.
I tell you, sorry, walking bitch. Get out of here.
Fuck you, Goldust, pussy. They're live on TV.
You know Vader was This is live. You're right. You know, dude. You know what? That's probably why there's so many fuck ups. They were live.
They're live on TV, and then just like Vince is talking to these dudes backstage. Like this could have gone so catastrophically wrong. Hey, what's up, Vader? Ooh, Vader, hello. Ooh. Yeah, Mankind. You know we're doing a promo.
What are you getting paid for tonight, Vader?
Yeah, whatever. Back to the
Yeah.
action.
It's Vader time for sure. Anyways, bye.
Vader doesn't know they're on TV. He just openly shits his drawers in the back constantly.
Hey, Mankind. We didn't just do that promo. I think we're on them right
We're
now.
live, pal.
This is the shittiest show ever. This one and this podcast. Sounds gonna happen.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's Vader time for sure. I hear you.
We go back and new Blackjack Windham low blows Owen right in front of the referee, which is fine.
Hey, come on,
Anyway.
man. There's a fucking lower third to the right here.
Yeah, fuck this match. I called a superstar line, and we'll tell you some things we can't talk about on the air.
Dude,
Like
We'll tell you anything.
some recruitings and a Sable sighting that you won't believe. What the fuck would I not believe? What is she doing?
She's fucking walking and talking. Anyway, here's Vader.
Yeah, well, this match, 2 seg, baby.
Yeah. Stop a muddle.
2
Anyways.
seg. 2 seg.
Dude, that
we get it,
would
we
be
get it.
crazy. Yeah. Look at you, stop a muddle.
Now, there's a commercial here,
Yeah, of course.
which is horrendous. This is fucking horrendous, this
This
commercial.
is good. This is great. Top quality.
Fletty.
That's right.
Fletty Brassy in a chair. He says, "All right, kid, let's see what you got." And a child, Tony, starts dancing in Shawn Michaels gear, sexy boy style, to Shawn Michaels theme. Comment?
Freddie Blassie loves this shit, man.
Fletty Brassy.
You can't get enough of this shit.
Tony, comment?
Yeah, man, that was it. That was kids love
Was that
Shawn
you?
Michaels. They love the Shawn Michaels.
This is horrible, Tony.
WWF Full Metal, the album. Freddie Blassie watching little kids dance. They are dressing up as HBK, and HBK's music is not even on this album. Freddie Blassie said, "Dress up as HBK now."
Dress him as the sexy boy right fucking now. And dress him as Gold Dust, please.
That's crazy. His music wasn't even on the album.
It
That's
was,
crazy.
dude. HBK's music, not on the album. Tony, he told this kid to dress up as Gold Dust, and then he didn't even get to dance. He said, "Fuck you, and I mean that."
Reminds me of this GIF I have here. You guys should check it out.
Holy
This
Yeah,
reminds
this
me
is
of-
fucking horrible. I hate
Oh,
this.
there he
You,
is.
Tony?
Whoa.
Well, we're back from commercial. This match is still fucking going on. Anyway, Sid will take on Bret Hart in a
whatever.
steel cage match next week for the title, 6
Yeah.
days before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We should have been watching that, Rob, by the way, because that's the infamous Bret Hart bullshit promo, which is crazy promo by Bret Hart.
But Tony, this is an infamous show because it's fucking horrible
Gotta be one of the
forever.
worst ever, man. I tell you this too, man. One day they will talk about the match that's happening on the screen. It ain't in this match or any of the matches
It's
we
not
see
now.
throughout the night, but one day they will, and it'll be a good night.
Well, it's time to go backstage with Paul E of
We're
ECW.
still in the Owen Hart and Vince Bulldog versus the
None of
Blackjack
this
match.
is, all this cutaway is the same match. Match is still going on.
This is like an
cutting away.
episode of Family Guy. Like, this is crazy, man.
Callbacks, yeah. It's picture in picture. And Vince says, yeah, standing by from ECW is Paul E. No, that's Taz. Very
Sorry
easy
about that.
mistake to make. And Taz says, hey, Vince, you want to hire a joke teller to sit next to you, brother, and make wisecracks? That's your business. But I'll tell you what, my boss hires athletes like me. And Lawler, I'm telling you, you make one more wisecrack about me, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to say it to my face. And fucking Bill Alfonso blowing a goddamn whistle in the background.
Vince took that to heart, and then he hired Taz to say funny stuff beside him.
He said this will be your job from now on. Lawler immediately says, oh, if he wants to come out here, I'll tell him how short he is right to his face. If I can bend down that far, and I'll step on him. He looks a lot bigger on the Lucky Charms box.
Lawler's like 5'9", by the way.
Yeah, he's just tripling down on this. There's a goddamn tag match going on. Hello.
Well, Owen Hart gets a hot tag, spinning heel kicks, finally some fucking wrestling on this show. Missile
Great.
drop kick from 0 for 2. Owen gets a sharpshooter on Bradshaw, and he passed
Dude,
out.
this is
But
so
then
awkward.
they decide to have the worst finish ever to this match. So Owen gets a sharpshooter on Bradshaw. He's passed out. Bulldog is just constantly in the ring hitting Wyndham, but he just keeps coming back, and Bulldog just keeps going back and hitting him more.
Yeah, Wyndham is constantly no-selling Bulldog to try to break up the submission, and Bulldog just keeps going back and attacking him, and it feels like forever.
Yeah, and then the ref gets pushed down by Bulldog, and the Hart Foundation gets DQ'd. Commentary is confused. They say, "What the fuck? Why did he get DQ'd?" Because the ref got pushed down. What the fuck?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't watching.
Sorry, I got Taz in the back here. I got this lower third.
China's getting arrested again.
Dude, someone's mic was like crackling is crazy too. I don't know if you guys got that when they were talking.
It was Vader's.
One of the many interviews in the back.
You're right. I'm a fat piece of shit.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. You're fat. We get it.
Yeah. Get us the fuck out of here.
Shut up, guys. I'm not fat. Leave me alone.
WWF 1997 Slammy Awards kickoff Mania weekend. Don't want to miss that one. So next out we have Galaxy versus Rey Mysterio Jr.
Who? You know this guy?
Tony, I do, actually. I was surprised. I was like, who the fuck is Galaxy? He looks pretty cool. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen a Galaxy. I think this is the first time I've actually heard the name Galaxy in WCW.
Me too.
Yeah, wow.
But this is, I don't know if maybe you guys have heard the name. This is Damien 666 is who this is.
I do. Wow.
I do know that.
Yes,
wow.
he wrestled. I know him mainly from original XPW days. He was in Mexico's Most Wanted with Halloween. So that's him.
Oh yes,
here.
I do remember that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know the fucking the finish that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro used to do, the fucking swing into the drop kick. I'm pretty sure they invented that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really?
That
Okay.
move is cool.
Yeah. It's fucking sick as fuck. Yeah.
So Rey Mysterio comes out here and says, "Yeah, spring break."
Fuck yeah, he's in Deadlock gear.
Dude, yeah, with the little nose. So Rey Mysterio cuts a picture-in-picture promo and says that he wants the TV title from Prince Iaukea, and he knows that Steven Regal will be coming for him once he wins it. So Rey Mysterio gets a great shine here with a few arm drags and an up and over on the ropes and a springboard drop kick.
This is a fast match.
It is, yeah. He sends Galaxy to the outside, and Rey 619 feints back into the ring. All great stuff here from Rey. Just
he almost fell into the shark pit.
was he down there or something?
John Tenta
for-
and crew went down there after they got kicked out of the match. They're just hanging out
He's
down
under there with a him, Leighton Morrison, and Craig Valley are under there as three sharks
Yeah, they got-
with snorkels waiting for the main event.
Dude, they got kicked off the pay-per-view. Why not? Just going to the ring.
So Galaxy comes back in and goes to the top rope here. Galaxy crotches himself on the top rope. Rey hits the West Coast pop for the 3 and wins the match here before going into uncensored.
Fun fucking match here. Like, Galaxy look cool as shit. Like Tony said, I feel like this is the first time I've seen him. Like on like this. Obviously, I watched Damien 666, but cool look. I mean, him and Rey were going fucking balls to the wall here. West Coast pop in the original days is so crazy to see.
Yeah,
like,
that was a finish back. Like, just that was the finish.
Dude,
yeah.
I love the West Coast pop. The 619 into the
fucking
West Coast
too.
pop meant something to me, man.
I know. Like, oh my god, how fucking cool is that? In the
Especially
games
crazy,
too.
Yeah, the crazy animation in the games.
Dude, the game, they go nuts when you hit it.
Dude.
Like, the flip over looks nuts.
Wasn't there one where it did it 3 times, like shoo, shoo, shoo?
That's in Rumble
and then you hit it?
Roses.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. Dude, James, the fucking Here Comes the Pain one, the shot of Rey legit looks like it's Spider-Man going through the air. Like how he's G'd up in the sky. Like, it's nuts, the West Coast
I love the
pop.
way he holds the leg on the animation, too. Like, he's really
Oh,
in
like the
it.
tight pin? Yeah. What a
Can you
great
put
fucking
that on
move.
somebody else? I never tried. Can you put that on, like, the Big Show or something? West
You
Coast
can.
pop?
Yes, you can.
I've never tried it. I bet that shit's awesome.
yeah, I definitely did. And yes, you can.
Probably on
619.
YouTube, there's probably a video of it
The
somewhere.
619
Yeah.
and the West Coast pop. Tony, you're definitely right.
So hour 2 is starting now. We have Mike Tenay and Bobby Heenan joining Tony Schiavone on commentary.
They do the pyro again from the beach. Super cool visual. I like that a lot. And you would have thought, Raw and the War Zone, you think Nitro would have come up with something here.
I don't know. I like the way WCW did it. Here's hour 1. Here's hour 2.
What about hour 2? Valvoline! Valvoline!
Valvoline! Valvoline! Come on, that shit would be awesome.
Thank you, Rob.
Welcome to Valvoline's hour 2. Bobby Heenan joins commentary. Valvoline! So Heenan's wearing a Spring Breakout 97 shirt. I need that.
Dude, how the
That
fuck
is
did we
awesome.
get that? Yeah, that shit's cool. We should make our own if they can't get one.
I mean, the size of the graphic on the shirt was extremely small.
Yeah, whatever.
I need them to like fix that, but cool shirt nonetheless.
No, it's sick.
Now it's time for the John Sensio Town Hall.
Dude. Yeah, so Mean Gene welcomes John Sensio to TNT and a Monday Nitro. So why don't you go introduce this young lady? And John Sensio says, hey, we have a lovely lady here, and we're going to have a lot of them for spring break. Here she comes, TNT's WCW Monday Nitro, Pamela Rogers. Come on down here. So Pamela Rogers is Miss Monday Nitro Spring Break 1997. And WCW scoured the beaches for 3 days to find her. She was buried. And Tennessee, she goes to Tennessee Tech. She studied in education and wants to be a football coach. Mean Gene says he thinks her sash is too big, but he'll go along with it anyway. Then they advertise that Hall, Nash, and Six are going to be on MTV's Fame or Shame, and they're going to be the torturers. And Mean Gene says, John, I don't know what to say. Tell me, give me the dates. And he gives him the dates for the shows. And he looks at Pamela and says, all right, how about a little sandwich?
Dude, and you know they got sandwiches. If there's anything this place has, it's beer, cigarettes, and sandwiches.
They had to have. So they take a picture of Pamela's sandwich in the middle there and says, back to you, Weasel, don't you do anything you shouldn't. And Heenan says, shut up. And then Shivani says, Gene put his glasses on for that one, and he said he wants to be the one that scours the beach next year. And Heenan says, last time you were on the beach, 4 cats buried you. And Shivani says, okay.
I love that Mean Gene can hear the commentary and they can talk to each other.
Dude, they
Like-
riff and the crowd has no idea what's going on.
I think that's so funny.
Yeah, that's tremendous.
Taz and Fonzie are here and they're going to confront Lawler.
Lawler is sick of this crap, and he drops his headset and goes around the announce table, and Taz grips up Lawler, and Lawler goozles Taz. Bill Alfonso is fucking blowing this goddamn whistle.
That's
crazy,
right. Hell
man.
yeah.
Never stops. Never
Then
stops.
all of a sudden, the camera changes its positioning, and we see Sabu doing a double jump flip dive to the floor through a table.
It's nobody, by the way.
It's nobody, man. It's fucking nobody.
It's the best thing that happened on this show.
It is. You know what, James? You're goddamn right,
Were
are
you
you?
talking
God.
about something with Sabu and the injury and the observers?
Oh, he just said he was having fucking pain because he was going through tables. He just did a double jump flip dive to the floor through a table.
That's
What's
awesome.
one more table?
You're right, especially on Monday Night Raw.
So we have Leaf Cassidy versus Miguel Perez. Dude, I just
What
watched
the
a
fuck is
TikTok of a dude falling off a roof. Miguel!
I've never seen a guy so fucking hairy but have no hair on his
Dude,
legs. He's got
he
no hair on
is-
his legs, but he's so fucking hairy up top. It's
He
crazy.
is so fucking hairy, man. Unbelievable. This guy, 2 weeks ago, got in the ring to help Goldust
Dude.
from being jumped by Savio Vega, and then he drop kicked Savio Vega off the top. And then now he is a wrestler, and he's the son of somebody, or he's somebody's fucking friend. I don't know what's going on here, man.
Yeah, so Al Snow and Miguel Perez are lost as fuck
Leave
here.
Cassidy,
Dude,
please.
lost as fuck here. We're in the fucking shine and we're lost. Look, we couldn't get a good match on this show if we fucking wanted to. This is unreal.
Dude, even when they gave one, like, without... they, of course, fucking interrupt this one as well, but, like,
You got split by split coming here.
they had a short window of not interrupting it, and they just did the shittiest fucking run ever. Like, Miguel Perez barely jumps up high enough to do a leapfrog. He goes for another. Leaf Cassidy just runs right into him, and then Miguel Perez hits the shittiest dropkick of all time.
Miguel! Hey, no one can save you, little bro. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, well, James, don't worry about that. We got to go backstage here with Paulie.
Ah, yes, Paulie. He has a lot to say, Paulie.
Well, Paulie says, no more games and no more interpromotional cooperation. Forget Paulie Dangerously, Jerry Lawler, Paul Heyman. You bring your friends, and I'll bring mine. And you want to debate me?
And bring my
one
check.
time, you gotta pay me. My friends will show you how extreme they can be. And Lawler says, come on, you know what he's saying? And Jared says, listen, I've known Paulie a long time, and you started it. Anyway, Leaf Cassidy misses a moonsault, and then Miguel fucking rocks him with the
Yeah,
stiffest
so anyways, dude,
clothesline
here's a
ever.
right hand third again. Make sure you watch that main event. You got Sid and Vader in it and all that shit. Come on, man.
Leaf Cassidy loads him up for a power bomb, and Miguel counters into a pin and gets the win.
Yeah.
Why? Hello? Who is writing this shit?
They're here to promote the main event.
Sid, can you hear me, Sid?
Sid.
Hello, Sid.
Yeah, Vince says, how do you react to the bombshell announcement that you will take on Bret Hart in a cage next week? And Sid says, I don't react, McMahon. I react with action. What?
Dude,
What
this
are
is
you
this
talking
is
about?
like so insane. Like he then runs down his schedule for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, dude. Tonight is a tag match with Undertaker against Mankind and Vader. 3 top guys coming at Psycho Sid. And next Monday, I got Bret Hart in a cage match. Another top guy coming at Psycho Sid. And at WrestleMania, I got the Dead Man, and I go on right after that. And I am the man and the master of the ruler.
Another thing. And then on Monday Night Raw, I have another match.
And Tuesday night in Texas.
Shotgun
I
Saturday
got
night,
another
I'll
match.
be there.
Yeah. We get it. You're the ruler.
Yeah, Psycho
yeah,
this,
yeah.
Psycho that, all right.
Yeah, Psycho these.
Psycho these.
How far into the show is this? How far are we?
We're almost
Probably
at the
20 minutes
end of hour
in.
one. We're almost to the end of, no.
Sorry.
We're almost to hour one is over, I think, almost.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
know why?
'Cause
Because it's
why?
time for Raw to end and all pussies to
Oh,
go to bed. It's
shit.
real men hours.
Go to
Warzone
sleep,
this
bitch.
shit up. We're
Yeah.
done with that
Fuck outta
bullshit,
here.
man. And we're
Let's
starting
go.
off with
Yeah.
Ken fucking Shamrock and his
You're
bitch.
Guys, let's bring out the honky tonk, man. Let's get him
No,
out of here. The
no,
warzone has begun.
Fuck you!
I'm sorry. I'm just a messenger. I'm sorry.
Well, JR is in the ring with Ken Shamrock, and JR says, you are known for ultimate fighting, and you are known as the world's most dangerous man. And please, welcome to Squared Circle, Ken Shamrock. And Ken, at WrestleMania, it's going to be a huge event. And I'm happy to say here tonight, we have been informed that in the Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin matchup, the submission match, which now could be a WWF title match, you will be the special referee for that match. What kind of official is Ken Shamrock going to be at WrestleMania 13? And Ken says,
I'll be a
first I'd
good
like
one.
to say-
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, dude, he says that for
Normal
30
voice.
minutes. That's what he says for the next fucking 30
Yeah, I'll
minutes.
call it
is
down the
I'll-
middle. I'll be straight. Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, dude, he just goes on and on about being a impartial referee and nobody knows submissions like him and blah, 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 blah. And this is like the least cool Ken Shamrock has ever goddamn been ever.
You're
Shamrock's
right.
got a crazy lineup in this one, too.
He's looking juicy, though,
He's got
man.
the
He might
half
be on-
Nicole Bass outfit.
He better stop that.
I know, he's getting a little too close, buddy.
He's going to get fucking in trouble for
Jim
that
Ross, you
goddamn
better
one.
say something to this dude. Or Vader.
Or Sid Vicious. Yeah, well, shut your hole, Shamrock.
Shut your hole.
Oh my.
Shut your
Stone
hole.
Cold appears on the try and says, just shut your hole, son, because you can sit there and you can say it's an honor for you to be a part of WrestleMania 13. You should consider it an honor that I don't come out there and stomp your guts in right now. And I don't know what Bret Hart's doing with all these title shots, but I think it's complete BS that he gets a title shot before WrestleMania, which is fucking fair. I think that's
True,
a
yeah,
fair
true.
assessment to make.
Yeah.
And you can sit out there with that stupid look on your face, and even you know that title should be around the waist of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And you know, I ain't never given up on anything in my life. And you think I'm gonna start at WrestleMania? You got another thing coming, dude. This is like also this is sexy Stone Cold, by the way. So like,
Correct.
he's Stone Cold, but he's got the lips.
It's
You know?
Natty Austin
Yeah.
looking all sexy, yeah. Earrings, skinny, yeah.
Well, Stone Cold Steve Austin's time has come, and you don't know when I'm coming with some.
He audibly gets pissed off. having
We're
to
live,
say-
pal.
He fucks up. Yeah, dude, he fucks up the promo. You
know,
don't know
like
what I'm
a
coming with, son. With a bottom line, Shamrock, after I get through making Bret Hart say I quit, I might as well just knock your lights out and sweep the ring with you. Well, Shamrock says, fighting is my game, man. It's my life, and I've been doing it my whole life. And Austin says, right.
Did you hear this? Well, Austin, I'm excited to be the special ref for WrestleMania 13. Thank you.
Well, Shamrock says, I didn't bring my tights tonight. Austin says, well, I'll rest you in my underwear, son. You ain't got to have your tights.
Okay.
Yes, that is okay, Stone Cold. That's just fine, sir. Well, Bret Hart comes out when Austin starts fucking flipping out about this, and God damn it, Bret Hart. Bret Hart is a crybaby. Bret Hart is a have you guys heard that Bret Hart has been crying a lot lately? Because
that's what that fucking stooge Gorilla Monsoon's been saying.
And McMahon. I think McMahon's been saying that.
I would leave this shitty company and join WCW.
Yeah, I would actually sign for a 10-year contract to this company and then have them just fucking tear it up.
Yeah, I don't know how that's any way legal, but I understand.
How is that fucking legal?
I have no fucking idea.
You can get fired for any reason. That's in the contract. You can be fired for any reason.
So we have this 10. It's like that WCW deal. Yeah. So we got you down for 10 years on Wednesdays on TBS. But we also have a deal where anytime over the 10 years we don't want this anymore, we say fuck this contract.
Yeah. So what's the point of the years? How does that work?
Yeah, that's crazy. It basically is you better succeed or else.
You're right. And well, Bret Hart does not succeed, James, sadly, and Shawn Michaels does succeed. So that's just something for the record.
That's true. Just think about it, James.
I mean, Bret's not there, and Shawn is still there.
Yeah, you're right. He actually runs developmental.
Well, somebody's got to dance in front of Freddie Blassie.
Shawn is making the newest fucking members of that dance team. Yeah, well, Bret comes out here and he might as well have come out and said, I'm turning at WrestleMania. Guys, I'm turning at WrestleMania, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Vader said...
Yeah, we know, Vader. You big fat shitty ass of yours.
Yeah.
Anyways, get the hell out of here.
Move along. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Crybaby Bret. All right.
Yeah, that's legit. Dude, he might as well have, because that's all, Bret just... He says he's been ripped off by everybody, Vince and Gorilla Monsoon and the fans and fucking everybody. And he says, Shamrock, you better not screw me at WrestleMania or you're going to fucking make a big mistake if you do that. I hope you understand that. And
I will turn.
Shamrock says, and I'm going to turn heel.
By any means, I'll turn.
And Shamrock says, there's only one thing you need to understand about me. I'm not a marriage counselor. And then they leave.
That's real shit. Thank you so much.
Dude, he says, I'm not a marriage counselor, which gets a pop, and he says, I'm not here to hear about your fucking problems. Then Stone Cold with lips and t-shirt and jeans comes out and flips them both off.
Look at this little dude at the top of the ramp.
He's so skinny.
Natty Austin, just sexy as hell. Look at him.
That's unbelievable.
So Greg Valentine, Roadblock, and the amazing French Canadians, they all come out here, and they're taking on Lex Luger, the Giant, and the Steiner brothers.
Dude, the emotions that went through me as these entrances took place, I cannot explain. I mean, I was like, okay, the amazing French Canadians, of course they'd have a tag match on this show. I don't know if anything has confused me more than watching Greg Valentine followed by Roadblock walk out here for a match. I was like, what fucking combination of people is this? And who could they be facing? And of course they're facing 4 ass beaters.
Greg Valentine and Roadblock is an awesome team that should have gotten more time as a team.
Wow, Roadblock was cool though. He came out with the Roadblock thing, spot on, almost the high voltage-esque.
He's like high voltage-esque.
These are such a remnant of a different time in WCW that it's awesome to see them walk in and face people like Lex Luger and the Giant.
Yeah, because you're right, it's so funny because you got the cool guys, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash going out their real names. They're just regular people real. And then you got Roadblock with the road sign coming out and high voltage.
Tony's Roadblock and he comes out with the Roadblock. Yes.
You should do it, Greg Valentine. That shit would be awesome.
How did Greg the Hammer Valentine not come out with a hammer? I mean, what the
hammer
fuck?
and a Roadblock.
Oh my God. What's that fucking team on the Indies, James?
Hammer Bros?
Hammer Bros, dude, they're the Hammer Bros. Roadblock and Greg Valentine were the 1997 Hammer Bros. And them against Jack Hammer and fucking Sledgehammer would be my match of the year.
If that match doesn't bang expeditiously, I don't know what's going on with this business anymore.
That's so freaking funny.
So they talk about some shit on commentary, the reformation of Team Piper at Uncensored. And they go over the rules of the main at Uncensored. So here's how the match works. It's a 3-team, 4 men on each team match. And if one man from Piper's team is the last man standing, then Piper gets a cage match down the road with Hollywood Hogan. So no one else in the match gets anything except for Piper. And then if if a member of the NWO wins, the NWO get to be on every WCW show they want. I think that's what it is. And then if a member of Team WCW wins, then the NWO are stripped entirely of all their belts, and then they can't wrestle on WCW for 36 months.
Well, it seems like the bounties continue to add on every time they talk about it.
Yeah. No one's Bischoff by the end of the night does not know what's
when
going
they ask
on.
Lex Luger, they're talking to Lex Luger in the ring here after this next segment, and Lex says, "I did not hear anything you just said."
I don't know.
He hits the shit out of it on Roadblock. Like,
Dude,
the
it's
showstopper
awesome.
he hits here
Yes.
is nuts.
It's fucking awesome, man. It is awesome. Also, the angle of this match, because at one point, I forget who it is. It might be 𝐍𝓭𝓲𝓽𝓭 or PCO. They club Rick Steiner right up the side of his head. Rick Steiner's angle here is that his equilibrium is all fucked up. So that's his story going into Uncensored.
Scott Steiner coming in and dropping this guy on his head. And then the Giant coming in and G'ing up the biggest showstopper ever. This is like the biggest hell yeah match I've ever seen. Like, oh my God, I love this.
Like,
I thought this was awesome.
It made them look all awesome.
So Mean Gene's in the ring and he is asking Lex Luger about this fucking uncensored main event. Do you know anything about this? Do you know how many stakes are in this match, buddy?
Dude, okay, just before that, by the way, James, I don't know if you noticed this, and I don't know if he always did this. The ref had to climb up to the second rope to raise the Giant's arm, like in celebration. I thought that was
okay,
awesome.
I didn't see it here. I've seen that before, though. That is awesome. I agree.
How great is that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Mean Gene runs down the shit here, and I'll run it down how Mean Gene ran it down here, and then Luger's response is very funny. So Mean Gene says, "All right, for the record, let's get one thing clear. At Uncensored, we got 3 4-man teams: NWO, Roddy and the Horsemen, and of course this foursome right here. And Rick, I don't know, things don't seem to be kosher with you. We got the Giant and Lex Luger, and for the record, if you guys win, all the belts are up automatically. If Piper wins, he gets Hogan in the cage. However, if the NWO win, it means they're allowed on any WCW telecast. Do I understand things right?" And Luger says, "I think so."
The reaction, his facial reaction when he says that is so funny.
Little shitty smirk.
I think so.
So Luger lays the land here. He says he doesn't pretend to give Piper any business advice, but the Horsemen are a band of cutthroats. They have their own agendas and don't trust them. And he says he knows 3 good reasons why they will emerge victorious, and they're standing right here. Giant says, you know, if you look at the whole situation, it's a situation where Team WCW can't lose. You got the masters of the suplex in the Steiners, you got the total package with the rack, and you got a walking, talking, fire-breathing Giant with a choke slam. And I'm going to quote Scott Hall, "You want to go to war?"
Hey, yo. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. You want a war? You want to go to war? You want a war?
No, he says, "Don't sing it, bring it." And Rick Steiner cuts the promo of the year. Rick Steiner says, "They try to put us out that car crash, and they say I ain't right. Well, I ain't never been right. The hunt's on. This dog will hunt, and we're in the NWO. Tell him, Scotty."
Rick Steiner cuts a promo until he runs out of the words he knows.
Well, his equilibrium is all fucked up.
Yeah, of course.
Only so many words you could get with the equilibrium all fucked up. And Scott Steiner says, he's all right. And Roland Nash and Uncensored, we're coming after you. Lex is taking out everyone, and Giant's going to take business as usual. And Gene, I guess they thought the promo was done there, because Gene starts fucking talking again. And he says, like, everyone's working hard and looking, you know, Team WCW's looking for victory on Sunday, and it would be oh so sweet, Lex Luger, wouldn't it, Lex Luger? And Luger, caught off by surprise, says, Gene, I didn't hear a word you said. And Mean Gene says, I said a victory at Uncensored will be sweet, oh so sweet. And Luger says it'll be sweeter than sweet, because it's a foul, repugnant smell for over a year, and that's Prince IK. I mean, how's this guy keep getting away with this? He keeps fucking winning this way? This is ridiculous. And Mean Gene then points up to the stands, like the balcony, and says, is that an inspiration? Because for me it is. I can only assume that there's girls showing their titties up there, because Lex starts like popping his pecs and shit.
Yeah.
And they're all staring up there. They don't show it on the show, but that's how the segment ends. Just, hey, look at that shit. Look, big ass shits. Shit's good.
And then we go to commercial, we come back, and there is no fucking way that the Honky Tonk Man in 1997 is in the ring on my screen right now. And not only that, but behind the Honky Tonk Man is fucking Aldo Montoya with the head and the mask.
With the jockstrap on his head.
Yes.
Dude.
By the way, Aldo Montoya is just incredible, by the way. Just
correct.
So you know.
And you all know how James feels about Just Incredible.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Everyone involved with this show will pay. It might not have happened yet, but I promise you one day, somebody will come for you, and it will be bad. And it will be Dracula. And I said, okay.
I said, you come over. That's right. It's good. There was definitely a solid, like, during the whole time Honky Tonk is talking here, because he cuts a fucking promo, because of course he cuts a fucking promo, that I swore we were about to see Honky Tonk Man versus goddamn Just Incredible. And I
thought that's what it was.
I swore that, like, once I got there, I was like, there's no way we're reviewing this show because James is going to fucking call an audible. We're not fucking getting past this. There's no fucking way.
Macho Man, you got to get the fuck out of this company, you 36-year-old old bastard. But Honky Tonk Man, you're good. You can stay.
Yeah, you can stay. Well, Jerry Lawler, you know, has a lot of pull here.
Yeah, of course. So anyways, Billy Gunn is now out here dressed up as the last outlaw, Jeff Jarrett.
You don't want to talk about the Honky Tonk Man's good promo?
No.
Dude, he will not shut the fuck up, bro.
For real,
well,
bro.
excuse, I thought this was America.
No, wrong.
Dude, he talks about the people of Worcester.
Stop.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's been a long
thing or whatever.
Tony, it's been a long time since he played in Worcester, and he knows you want to hear him sing a song. And they pop. The Honky Tonk Man's over here in Worcester, man. Come on now.
He legit came out here just to get on commentary. Fuck you, Vince McMahon, and fuck the death to the WWE, death to sports entertainment.
The Billy Gunn comes out here. Not the Rockabilly yet, I don't think.
Not yet. No,
because I think the angle here is.
I don't know. We don't care.
The angle here.
Really, Johnny?
Sorry. It's just. This is a tough segment for me. I apologize.
For those that do care, the Honky Tonk Man is scouting his apprentice, James. I know you want to know. So he's scouting his, you know, who's going to take the place. No, you're not. Who's going to take the place of the Honky Tonk?
It's got to be Aldo Montoya with his ball. He'll take the place.
And jockstrap face.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, this segment.
Dude, fuck you, man. Aldo Montoya was in the clique.
Yeah. They want to hear that again. All right, so Aldo Montoya versus Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
So Aldo Montoya got the top pop crazy. Billy Gunn, not even on steroids. What am I watching this for?
Everyone's pretty natty, like on the lower card. Like Austin was about to get the not natty main event push. So that's good.
Honky Tonk Man is convinced that they are cloning people and that the government is going to clone him.
They need to clone me too, yeah.
I already said Honky Tonk Man can be cloned. All right,
dude,
bro.
This was the point when I was like, +10, Honky Tonk Man won't shut the fuck up. I'm done with this motherfucker.
Tony.
Won't shut the fuck up. And he's on the rest of the show.
He's on the whole show, Tony. I couldn't believe it.
I was +10 because I was sick of hearing this fucking guy talk, and then he was on the rest of the show.
Fuck you, Honky Tonk Man and Goldust. Fuck you.
Dude, he's on commentary the rest of the fucking show, and I was like, okay, it's fucking Billy Gunn against Aldo goddamn Montoya. But at the very least, we're getting to the end here, and there has not been a picture-in-picture promo. I said, wow. And there wasn't
Oh, Sonny's here. She's got a lot to say.
Damn it. I legit wrote all caps, fucking more people standing by?
We got breaking news here. Sonny's going to get fucked on Shotgun Saturday Night.
Well, James, it's even better. Undercover with Sonny. I like that. Hey, Vince, wouldn't you like to get undercover with Sonny? I bet Billy Gunn would like to get undercover with Sonny.
Yeah, undercover. Anyways, back to the match.
Now, how about on Saturday, you could get undercover with Sonny?
Shut the fuck up.
Tony, wouldn't you like to get undercover with Sonny?
I'm sick of it.
The following people would like to have sex with Sonny: Vince McMahon and Billy Gunn. Thank you. Now next, Billy Gunn is up in this match.
Billy Billy Gunn wins during the promo with Alabama fucking Jam.
Dude, I had to like go back.
Tennessee Jam, excuse me.
I had to like go backwards because it was zooming in on Sonny's lips and mouth, and I was like, what happened here? Like, whatever. I looked
To
at
her
the
lips?
Yeah, I looked to the right and Alabama Jam off the top, crazy. What the fuck?
And he wins.
And he won the match. He beat Aldo Montoya, so that takes him out of the running for Honky Tonk Man's next apprentice.
But do you think Aldo Montoya would like to get undercover with Sonny?
No, only Vince McMahon and Billy Gunn.
What about Tony?
No, only Vince McMahon and Billy Gunn.
Only Vince
Got it.
McMahon and Billy Gunn. Sorry.
Got it.
That's what the breaking news is for, buddy.
This is a horrible, horrible wrestling show.
Yeah, man. I have nothing positive to say about this shitty ass show. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude.
I came into this already tilted. This fucking show, I had to relive it again.
Like
You
talk
put the Honky
about
Tonk Man on commentary, it's fucking ruined. It's done.
This is why Nitro was busting their ass crazy
Dude.
style.
100. No wonder, dude. No fucking wonder. And James, we just talked about the fans of 2007 Raw. How did they put up with this? But also, fans of Raw 10 years before this, how the fuck did you put up with this shit, man?
It was like 4 good years of Raw, man. They've been around for 75 years. There's been 4 good Raws ever.
Dude, is it always on 7s that it's like the word? Was 2017 Raw fucking horrible too?
Dude, it probably
Like, what
was
the
just
fuck?
awful. Yeah, it was probably just
fucked.
4
awful.
good Raws ever.
I'm sure Kane was in the slacks with the mask or something at that point.
Oh god, yeah, you're right.
Who knows? I don't know.
I'm glad I didn't come around until WrestleMania 14, so there you go.
Is that right?
Good on me. Yeah, that was the first WrestleMania
I'm about
I
to
ever saw, was
retcon my
WrestleMania
own
14.
history and never come around, period. You guys ever seen the butterfly effect?
We're about to become an MMA podcast.
I'm about to check out Pride instead.
We'll be talking about UFC 2 on the pod next week. Let's go.
DPW's always been a fucking shoot fight promotion, did you
Yeah,
know?
I'm going butterfly effecting my ass back in time, and I'm watching Pride. I don't got time for
I'm putting a
this.
butterfly in my ass instead of watching this show.
It's a hockey time, man, dude. So now we have 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐷 Guerrera versus Ultimate Dragon with Sonny
Yes.
Ono.
Wow, Ultimate Dragon. This 𝐻𝐿𝐼 mask is awesome, by the way. I remember the process of having to move shapes in different colors, and here comes the pain to create this.
So Ultimate Dragon and 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐷 run right at each other, which is exactly what I wanted to see with this match here.
Hot fucking start.
Yeah, 𝐻𝐿𝐼 hits an awesome head scissors here and drop kicks him to the outside. 𝐻𝐿𝐼 chases him out, and Dragon goes back into the ring, and Sonny Ono starts kicking this shit out of 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐷.
Ultimate's distracting the ref, and Sonny Ono is throwing some crazy ass kicks, and 𝐻𝐿𝐼's selling them, but then at the end he's like, hey, what the fuck? What the fuck is he doing?
Leave me alone.
Yeah, hey.
So 𝐻𝐿𝐼 starts kicking him near the barricade, and the crowd is begging for someone to go into the pool.
Whoa. They boo because they don't.
So 𝐻𝐿𝐼 drop kicks Dragon to the outside again and hits a flipping senton to the outside.
That was fucking awesome.
One of the coolest ones I've ever seen. Legit goes full cannonball.
Yeah, like he tucks crazy on it. Yeah, very cool.
𝐻𝐿𝐼 hits a springboard spinning heel kick for a 2, and Ultimo Dragon hits the Liger Bomb but doesn't pin.
Dude, he fucking stuffs him with this Liger Bomb too. And Tenay on commentary says, that's the fucking Liger Bomb. Holy shit.
Isn't this cool, guys?
This is sick. Heenan on commentary, by the way, says, how many titles did Ultimo have at one time? And Tenay says 9. I said, oh, wow. Heenan didn't like make fun of him here for that. He just was genuinely asking.
So Dragon hits a Frankensteiner and then a Tiger Suplex and picks up the 3 here on 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐷.
What a crazy sequence of moves. Running Liger Bomb, picks him up, loads him into the corner, spin out Rano off the top, pick him up, Tiger Suplex. What
And then
the
him and
fuck?
Sonny Ono take a picture together in the ring.
Fun match. I mean, like, the Cruiserweight division is like, what a guaranteed good match. Like, you
Yeah,
can-
this shit's awesome.
And I guess, WWF eventually, or I don't know if it was at this time or, no, I think it's probably later in 97, they do like the light heavyweight tournament. I guess they figure out, hey, maybe we should try some of this on our show because it's a guaranteed good match. But I don't know if they ever really figured it out as much as WCW did early on here.
So now we have Chris Jericho versus Scotty Riggs. American Mouse, American Mouse, American Mouse. What a awesome
importantly,
song.
Great fucking song. He's not with Buff Bagwell anymore, and he kept the song.
Yeah, that confused me. They said he's not a part of the American Males anymore. And then I see him
American
come
Males.
out
He's doing the clap.
with the song, the clap, the outfit. I said, okay, well, that's weird.
Now, I don't know if you boys noticed, the most important part of these entrances here, next to the stage dancing, Wildcat Willie.
Dude, I saw him.
Oh
man.
wow, I didn't notice Wildcat Willie. That's awesome.
Wildcat Willie was doing the American Males clap, and
Dude,
he was also
let's
dancing
go.
in Jericho's team. Dude, he was fucking fired the fuck. I said, let's go. Wildcat Willie must be their hour 2. Like, that's their war zone.
He comes out.
Willie's
Get
in the
up
house.
off your fucking seats.
Get the
We need
fuck
you guys
up.
to cheer. Come on.
Wake up!
So Scotty Riggs starts on top in this match. Still a super babyface like worker here.
Looks good.
Yeah, he does look great. And he locks in a chin lock here, and Jericho jaw jacks him, chops him down, and hits a belly to belly.
Dude, this is the match where I could hear the helicopter the most. I don't know if it was just super low for this one or something reason, but I just...
Hey, bring us down. I want to see this match.
Hey, Sting says, hey, I'm going to abduct Scotty Riggs. Let me get that son of a bitch.
They do that thing in this. It's a WCW. They probably do another wrestling, but like they take the volume up when they do moves, you know, so that you can hear the helicopter even more. The volume
is that
goes
what's
up
going
when
on?
When they hit the mat, they have a little slider, I'm sure, and they slide it up. So you hear the move, then they go back down, you know, and then
Sure,
it's like,
okay.
and then they're like, oh, here's a helicopter in the background.
So Scotty fires back with a power slam and 2 drop kicks. Jericho hits a German suplex for a 2. Buff Bagwell then enters the ring in the short shorts and NWO shirt and starts hitting Scotty Riggs with a belt.
The crowd was super excited about something else off screen. I was like, oh, they must have some sandwiches over there or something.
Dude, guaranteed big sandwiches.
But it was Buff Bagwell running in, and he beats the shit out of Riggs with the belt. Then the ref is like startled by this and takes a moment before he calls for the bell. I guess he was like, what the fuck is this dude wearing? Who is this? Is this a fan? Do I have to kick his ass? But no, it's Buff Bagwell in an NWO tank top and short shorts. And then fucking Buff Bagwell starts going, ooh, and doing the horns, like the hook of horns. That's like your shit.
He's trying something new. He's a heel, damn it.
Him and Dennis Rodman are doing the horns. Later. And then Jericho stops Buff Bagwell and starts to kick his ass. Buff powders just before Riggs gets up, and he's throwing up the whoo. And the commentary is confused. They say, did Jericho win? Did Riggs win? Or is the match thrown out? We do not know. And then Riggs is announced as the winner by DQ, and Tenay starts to fight for it. He says, hey, that seems to penalize Chris Jericho. And then Heenan says, well, he's going by the book. You know, if they attacked both of them, that would have been cause for throwing it out, but he has to go with what he saw. I was like, wow, that was a really good explanation for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was sweet.
So we got backstage. Mankind is chilling with the urn.
He's hugging it. He's just caressing an urn.
Paul Bear said,
And,
what are you doing with my urn?
Stop!
Mankind, he said he don't need no damn urn.
He don't need no mommy either.
I would. I need one.
Well, Mankind is pulling out his hair and punching himself in the fucking face. He busts his eyebrow open.
That's awesome.
And he says he spent his entire adult life in preparation for this moment, and he's got the scars to prove it. And they want to make a big deal out of Undertaker and Sid. Well, the real story is that Mankind and the man they call Vader are a team.
Dude, I love this. Where he said, the WWF would like you believe I just crawled out of a boiling room, but I actually have a pretty good career. I've done well for myself over my life, and I'd like to prove that I can stand in the ring with these two men.
Stay tuned. We'll be back.
yeah. Shut this guy the fuck up, somebody.
Yeah, we get it.
They cut
Whatever.
him off and go to commercial in mid-promo.
Mankind, all right, this is what I wrote down here. Mankind is cutting a fantastic promo right now, and it cuts to commercial, and they never revisit it. Jesus Christ, this show fucking sucks.
Yeah, Mankind. We understand.
Dude,
I don't care about your past
one
life.
good promo the entire fucking night. Fuck you, get off the screen. We have Gold Dust. Gold Dust!
Dude, is legitimately the only good thing that happened on the show the fucking Sabu dive?
In whatever.
Thus far,
they
yeah.
Mankind almost had one good moment.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay,
This is
you're
pre-book
right.
Mankind. Come on, let him spit.
I know, he
and
was.
It is poop brown Mankind gear, which I'm okay with.
This is insane. It's a live show that they had no idea how to format this show. You know what's crazy is that
this show.
Yeah, well, this show sucks. It's not even crazy. It just sucks. But it's funny because the live format for wrestling was created by fucking Nitro. Nitro created the live format for wrestling.
I guess you're
Raw
right.
was just trying to catch up at this point. They have no fucking clue what's going on. They have people cutting live promos backstage as Mankind is trying to do he's going way over fucking time. You're done. No more talking. Whatever you guys say is not selling any pay-per-views. Fuck you, man. For real.
Dude, planning live picture-in-picture promos for every single fucking match on a live show is out of this world insane.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's crazy.
Every match needed this. Why not just, instead of doing these stupid fucking matches, just have the people that are talking do matches?
Fuck you. Dude, next up, Goldust versus Tim McNeely.
Tim McWeeny is what I wrote down.
Tim McNeely.
Tim McNeely? Okay, got it. Tim McNeely.
McNeely.
He's from Lowell, Massachusetts. I know that.
Well, Hunter Hearst Helmsley and that woman are on the ramp.
The Bionic Girl.
The Bionic Girl.
They are making their presence known here to the World Wrestling Federation.
Goldust does his well-known taunt of slapping his ass cheeks and taking his wig off, as we all know.
Vince says, that woman was arrested. How did this happen?
Look at her, she's massive.
Dude, Goldust,
She's huge.
Tim McNeely, and Honky Tonk Man. I hate this show. I hate it. I hate this show.
Well, Honky says he's gonna put this woman on the Honky Tonkman list.
Dude, I'm about to put you on a list, brother, and it ain't the Honky Tonk list, I'll tell you that much.
Well, Goldust wins with the curtain call on Tim McWeeny.
No, they can't beat Tim McNeely like this.
Thankfully, there's no picture-in-picture promo here. It's just interference.
China starts approaching the ring, and then
Very slowly.
Goldust grabs Marlena and gets in front of her. Marlena holding a penis long boy style.
Yeah, she's, it's tremendous.
Triple H hits a flying something on Goldust, flying burrito.
Mongolian chop.
From behind him. And then this woman and Triple H start stomping Goldust out. Kick his fucking ass! Kick his ass! Tim McNeely, join in! Kick his ass!
Dude, Triple H in suit, stomping about, mystery woman beating the shit out of him. Tim McNeely dead.
Tim
This is
McNeely,
insane.
kick his ass! Holy shit, man. So Marlena then jumps on China and starts choking her. Triple H just leaves. Says, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Why does he just leave?
Because he said, we're about to go over time. We got to get out.
Yeah, you're right. Well, China decides that she's going to stand on business.
That's real shit, too.
Dude.
One man army, 1 versus 50.
This is fucking insane. The staff and referees are able to break Marlena off of China. That she's fucking, they're going back and forth. Marlena slaps her. China goozles her, then gets back up. China starts shoving referees, then picks up senior official Harvey Whippleman and throws him as dangerously as possible, gorilla press style, where his head would directly smash into the canvas. Thankfully, there was referees in the way to catch him, but she throws him so fucking recklessly. It's insane.
So now we have a Medusa town hall here. Mean Gene's here with Medusa.
Medusa says she's sick and tired of women coming to WCW and saying they're number one contender, especially now with the manager saying that they want a piece of Medusa. And she's been here for 5 years, and she did that 5 years ago. She's the first lady of WCW, and I'm the first contender for the women's championship belt. And I will fight Hakuto Akira for that championship in the United States or Japan, but I will win that title. And Luna, if you're such a big bad player, sweetheart, how come your butt isn't here tonight?
So Lee Marshall is in Savannah, Georgia, where next week's Nitro will be.
Yay! That's fucking awesome. Him and his mustache and his hairline.
So Kevin Sullivan with Jacqueline and Jimmy Hart takes on Hardbody Harrison.
Hardbody Harrison. Do they say his name like before halfway through the match?
I don't think so.
Because I didn't know it for a while.
Yeah, me neither.
Tony,
Dude, at
did you
one point
catch
they
it?
call him Hardbody Henderson. All right. They don't even know who this guy is. Dude, they're just like, it's Hardbody something. Yeah, they don't say it until later on.
Yeah, dude, Tony, Kevin Sullivan's kicking this dude's ass. He punches him in the back of the head before the bell. They are going on a whole spiel about something entirely different while Kevin Sullivan is dog walking this guy. And I wrote down, I don't know who's getting his ass kicked here. Who's getting beat up?
Yeah, this was just Kevin Sullivan getting some heat back. I think he must have been involved with something. He's like, all right, I need somebody that I can just beat up on. And they were like, okay.
I'd like to book myself to beat somebody's ass tonight.
And I think I'm going to do it. And I think I'm going to put him in the pool. So Sullivan hot starts and beats him down. Sullivan sends Hardbody Harrison to the outside, and Jacqueline beats the dog shit out of him.
Dude, Jacqueline looks fucking awesome here.
Complete smoke show. She's in the sequin dress. I love this. She's in the sequin dress, and she's throwing fucking forearms, beating the shit out of this dude.
She's
the crowd
jacked.
pops.
Dude, yeah, she looks awesome here, and the crowd is super into it. You're right. Like, I think this is supposed to be a heel act, and they misunderstood that Jacqueline beating dudes' asses is actually sweet.
Yeah, like they didn't expect it, and then like she's so aggressive, and it's like, wow, this is awesome, actually.
And we have to fire the Disco Inferno now.
That's cool with everybody.
Yeah, we like that. We love that.
W.
So Sullivan and Harrison fight to the ramp, and Sullivan crosses him on the barricade. The bell rings because the match has been thrown out. Double count out here. Sullivan then takes Harrison over to the beach.
I mean, he beats his ass forever.
Yeah, hits him in the head with a wooden sign. Jacqueline's also kicking his ass. Sullivan throws him down the stairs.
The shot with the sign was egregious because, like, I don't think either of them, him or Hardbody Harrison, understood what it was he was hitting him with. So he hits him and it goes, bop, and Hardbody Harrison has the look of, oh, what the fuck?
Dude, it was like, I don't think it was even supposed to, like, I don't think there was a weapon they left there. It was just like there, and it was like solid.
Yeah, it was on the fly.
It was solid wood. It was like this square piece of wood that was solid.
I probably thought it was gonna break.
Dong. Yeah.
So Sullivan throws him down the stairs, and then Jacqueline goes down the stairs and beats the shit out of him. Sullivan and Jackie then throw Hardbody Harrison into the pool, and the crowd goes nuts.
Let's fucking
We've
go.
been waiting for that for our lives.
This feels like that's just what this match was for. They said, all right, pool time. Get the fuck in there.
Yeah, and Mean Gene interviews him afterwards. Of course, Jimmy Hart was also a part of this match, just not beating up Hardbody Harrison.
Dude, I was hoping they would send Mean Gene to the pool to interview Hardbody Harrison. Well, I'm fucking wet here. What happened? What's wrong with you? So Mean Gene's interviewing all of them, and he says, Jimmy Hart, you're an accomplice to all this, and Jimmy Hart says, I'm standing out here, I feel as safe as a vault in Fort Knox. The other women WWE are scared to stick their faces out in the dressing room. She is armed and dangerous. Her and Kevin together are just too legit to quit. And Mean Gene says, well, she's got a lot of fans. And Jackie says there's a whole lot of women in WCW window dressing, but not her. This is the real deal, and I can beat any man, but there's only one man I can't beat, and that's Kevin Sullivan. So, oh, shit, okay, that's a fucking cool gimmick there, then. And Kevin says, Roddy Piper, you're the smartest man I've ever met, because you're going to go into battle unprepared. You're going to face the NWO and WCW in the most crucial time of your life, but your old friend, the Four Horsemen, reached out to you, and you bonded. Piper, I felt really good inside, because the Horsemen for a year have been floundering. Without Rick, there was no head, and there was a lot of excuses. And the dungeon has destroyed the Horsemen, and the Horsemen now have something to focus on. And I don't want any excuses. I want you to fight at full strength Sunday. No excuses. And Mean Gene says, well, you should hear what the guys say about Jacqueline at the car wash. Very nice indeed. Hey, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? She should kick your ass.
So now it's time for the great debate.
That's good. Yeah, so there's a podium in the ring with a big WWF New Generation logo. And JR is in the ring. And he says, we are ready for the great debate. And Vince says, And JR, I don't know why. JR says, representing himself, Jerry the King Lawler, and representing Extreme Championship Wrestling, Paul E. Dangerously. And Paul E. comes out with long trench coat, hat, large. JR says, all right, gentlemen, the premise here is that Mr. Lawler is posing should ECW even exist. And we had an obligatory coin toss in the locker room. Ha 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 ha. Vince finds this all very fucking funny.
Oh, Tony Allen's in the
crowd. And Mr. Lawler did win the coin toss, so he will start with a 90-second opening. And Lawler just fucking rails ECW here. He says, I'm not questioning whether it should exist. That's whether it does exist. You're seen by more people right now than any time. And he said, what's this? And then I guess some ECW guys come out. They don't show them for some reason, but I think it's the Eliminators and the Dudleys, right?
Yeah, Dudleys are ringside and Eliminators be on the apron.
With the tag titles, and John Cronus is speaking crazy into the camera. Don't know what he said. Then we cut back to the ring. The microphone of Paul E's microphone is falling down. So, like, everything's just fucking falling apart here. Lawler says that you run a rinky-dink promotion in a bingo hall in front of 1,100 people, and there's enough morons in the city of Philadelphia to come out and see you hit each other with frying pans and barbed wire baseball bats, which is true. And hopefully the city of Philadelphia would come out if we ever did that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
You know, if 1,100 people came out to our show, that'd be just fucking fine.
That'd be great. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
that
Yeah.
would be great. We'll have
That is
Tim
totally
McNeely.
Oh yes, and maybe Ron Winkle. What was the fucking guy's
Yeah,
name
bro,
earlier?
That's fine.
Okay, that's good.
That's my thoughts on this show right now.
Well, Jared says your time is up. Sorry, and Laura says my time's not up.
Your time is up. Shut the fuck up.
No, it's not. When the Dodo goes to Philadelphia, they put 22,000 people in the Spectrum. And my question for you, McMahon, and Paulie starts saying, "Shut up! Shut the fuck up!"
Dude, that was me all fucking show, dude. Holy fuck.
And Heyman puts over that the ECW fucking roster. It respects the 1,100 people that come to the shows by bleeding and sweating and fighting and showing the people that they'll bust their ass to give the people their money's worth. And that's what ECW is about. At this point, Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, and Beulah McGillicuddy are in the ring.
That is insane.
I'm surprised they didn't sign Beulah, actually. I feel
Yeah,
like
me
out of this
too,
whole
actually.
group, Beulah should have got the fucking job.
Yeah.
You're right.
Paulie says, Sunday night, April 13th, we're going to give them a pay-per-view. And you're right, Lawler. We are very small. And then Sandman, very drunk, I imagine, grabs the mic and says, "Give me a high sign. I'll get it that right now." Paulie says, whoa, fucking shit. He should have
Trying
done
to
that.
sell
That
this
would awesome.
pay-per-view, dude. Chill out.
If Sandman shoot Kane Lawler here, imagine. That would be
That'd
tremendous.
been crazy.
Lawler says you ought to get on your hands and knees and thank your lucky stars that you're even allowed to plug a pay-per-view on Raw and why Vince McMahon lets you. And I'll never fucking know. And Paulie says, "Look, you want to shoot? You want to shoot with me? How's you doing with the seesaws in Louisville?" What?
That's right, you pedophile. You pedophile. Look at
He
you.
says, "Yeah, how's Stacy?"
This is
He says,
crazy, man.
Even your sons don't call themselves Lawler. Yeah, that's fucking
Wow.
crazy. The seesaws in Louisville. Holy fuck. Louisville. Sorry. Shouts out Louisville. Lawler says, you're a 35-year-old man that lives with his mother and father. And Paulie says, 31. How old are you? How old are you?
Is Heyman legit 31?
That's fucking insane. I just turned 31, so that makes me feel horrible.
Dude, do you see what Paul Heyman looks like in the ring right now? The wrestling business has taken every ounce of beating from this
Ruined
man.
his life.
Yeah, this is
That
crazy,
is
man.
crazy. Well, Lawler says, if it wasn't for your mom and dad that financed this crap, this wouldn't exist. And he says, you want to shoot? Why do you hang around these guys? And Paulie says, because they give the people what they want.
He
And
should
they go out on-
ask Vince McMahon who funded this in the first place.
Who's writing the checks, Vince? Is it Todd Gordon or is it you? He says they give the people what they want, and we are the Howard Stern of wrestling. I'm sure Russo put that one in there.
Yeah, you're right.
He said, we're hardcore and damn proud of it. And Lawler says, you hang around with them because you're a little light in the loafers. Why?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, well, Lawler, you're fucking children from what I'm fucking
Yeah,
hearing
I
here.
heard that shit,
That's your
too.
comeback, brother? Yeah, goddamn. Honky Talk will tell you.
Yeah, not for real.
Tommy Dreamer gets on the mic and says, you want to start a war? Then go get every single one of your guys, and I'll show you how to start an effing war right here, right now. And he punches the fucking podium, and it splits in half.
It like crumbles to the ground. It's
Yeah, it just
crazy.
crumbles to the floor. Sandman's now bashing a beer over his fucking head. ECW guys are surrounding Lawler. And then this whole thing falls apart here, because I don't know, if someone was actually supposed to come out or what the real end of this segment was supposed to be, but Lawler, says, all right, that's it. I'm going to get my fucking friends. All right, guys, come out. And then nobody comes out, and then Lawler's just, circling inside the ring, talking shit to Heyman. Sandman is standing on the bottom of the ramp, bleeding, holding the Singapore cane. And Lawler's saying, come on out, guys. And he says this, 3 times. And then he says, you're not going to do anything. And then they don't do anything. And then the
They tell him
segment
to leave.
ends.
They tell him to leave or whatever.
Yeah, but
I feel like the joke
fuck
was
happened here?
The joke is Jerry Lawler has no friends or what, right?
Why
Was
don't they
that
just
their-
kick Jerry Lawler's ass?
Yeah, that's what I thought they should have done. Oh, come
Just
out here
like
and then
they
they
could-
kick his ass. Yeah.
Because Lawler goes to ECW and fucking annihilates Tommy Dreamer's nutsack into smithereens.
He gets a crazy reaction, too.
He does. Huge fucking pop, and he bashes Tommy Dreamer's nuts to hell, and he goes to the hospital. But yeah, man, very strange. I wonder, if this really had any... I imagine it had to have turned some people into buying that pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, I imagine so,
I guess,
right?
Yeah, right.
Somebody must
I'd
have
be like,
figured
oh
out
shit, the
ECW.
Eliminators, this is base. I'd watch this shit out
Oh
of it.
shit, Tommy Dreamer, I ain't fucking doing
Maybe
this.
not. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I don't watch this shit no more. Check the seesaws out, you pedophile.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
okay, damn.
You want to shoot? You fuck children. Oh,
Freddie Blassie in the back. Why you say fuck me for?
baby fucker, baby fucker. Oh, okay. Let me get my friends out here real quick.
So now it's time for the NWO Town Hall here, which is, I guess, your main event.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was supposed to be. I don't know if this went too long or something earlier went long, like the DDP thing fucking them up. They had to cut a bunch of shit. Maybe a bunch of things went long or went just long enough that they all added up that they had to cut the main. And like, you're not cutting the NWO promo, dude.
Yeah, right.
So the NWO theme is playing. We come back from commercial and Heenan says, hey, who's going to get me down from this roof? So the NWO are coming out and they're doing the sound drop intro, which is fucking... I mean, what a cool entrance this is, man. This is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 100 people come out, they're the coolest ever. Like, how do you... I don't know. Especially in 97. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I know,
things are
like,
definitely still on the up and up for these guys, so...
So Bischoff says, is this a party or what? Each and every one of you, we love you. And you know what, Hollywood? Everywhere. So on commentary all night, they've been talking about that the news and the radio and newspapers and all the sports media and all that have been talking about the rumor of Dennis Rodman joining the NWO. And he says, is it true? Hollywood, tell him. And Hogan says, are you talking about the real hot rod, Dennis Rodman? Well, Mr. Bischoff, I have to admit, last night in New York City, you and I put Dennis Rodman through the NWO initiation. And we got to admit, our afterburners are still smoking, brother. What does that mean? Is that his stomach?
Shit was going nuts with sandwiches.
His ass? Valvoline.
That's what it's all about, brother.
We had Dennis Rodman drinking Valvoline, dude. Shit was going crazy. So all I got to say for all you NWOites out there, let's kick back to a little piece of footage to document the newest member of the NWO. Hot Rod, Dirty Dennis Rodman. He just adding fucking names to him the whole time. Hot Rod, Dirty, Awesome, Stinky, Smelly Dennis Rodman, dude, brother. So they cut back to the thing that they show at the beginning of the show with Hogan in front of the Dennis Rodman and Jean-Claude Van Damme poster.
Sweet.
Don't say that Hollywood doesn't deliver. At Uncensored, the most censored man in America, Howard Stern take a back seat, dude. The newest member of the NWO, Big Raw.
Me and the Rodman brother, we're both making shitty, stinky movies, dude.
We're getting stinkers, dude. Stinker awards lined up at my
We're
house,
getting
dude.
all the Razzies, brother.
You definitely earned the colors, my friend. And whether it's your new movie Double Team or you and me triple teaming, NWO man is your stop for life, my friend.
Triple teaming. Oh my.
Him and Dennis Rodman triple teaming. I don't know how to fucking do that.
That's awesome.
And Dennis Rodman says, we could do it double team or triple team. The NWO is the new team of the future. So we
later.
Oh yeah, Rodman, dude, man, brother. They should call you Dennis Rod, brother. That'd be a cooler name, dude. Maybe Dennis Rod, dude. So we're back in the ring, and Hogan says, you know, brothers of the NWO, this puts a whole new twist on the Uncensored brothers.
Dude, they cut back for the pre-tape, and they got the money man back there with the glasses. Shit was
Oh, did he
clean.
have sunglasses?
Yeah, he did.
Dude, Virgil's here too, by the way. He's a fucking big part of this. Hogan is holding on to him.
They
like,
have the
whole time.
entirety of Money Inc. in this.
Wow.
Except
well,
for
VK Wall Street
my
got
boy-
taken out.
my boy
I know.
guy's ass
Took
whooped.
him out. That,
Who
okay,
was
by
it?
the
Who
way,
did that?
Speaking of that, by the
Could have
way,
been anyone.
am I stupid, or did it also take you guys a minute to realize that that was not fake Sting in the ring?
Okay, so when they come in the ring, the commentary says, and that's not fake Sting. That's the only reason I knew it wasn't.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah,
I
they
only
say that
noticed
when
when
they
they did
step
a
in.
close-up on him. When they did the
Me
close-up
too,
on him, that's
Tony.
the only way I knew it was him. Because, yeah, I thought it was bogus Sting at first.
Yeah, I'm watching at this point. And I'm like, oh, wait a second, that fucking looks really good.
We don't have that stinky Jeff Farmer, brother. We have the real deal.
That's stink, dude.
And he smells like shit, bro.
He was in the New World Odor, bro.
Me and Stink, we're doing it 3 ways, brother.
Triple team. We're triple teaming Stink's ass tonight,
Rodman,
bro.
you're out, bro. Stink, you're in, brother.
And you know there's somebody else I was trying to bring in. Maybe he would look good in black and white. I think the big gold one, Gold Dust, should be here, dude. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
That was the one thing I said, Daddy.
There were 2 objectives. Don't go to the pool and don't talk about fucking Gold Dust.
Holy fuck.
So fucking Hogan says, Hot Rod Dirty Dennis Rodman will be an Uncensored with us. Not that we didn't have an ammunition, but what are Piper's Pets and the rest of WCW Joker's gonna do with the NWO and Uncensored Dennis Rodman? Macho Man, NWOites, what are they gonna do? And I think that was him G'ing up for Macho Man to talk here, but Bischoff says, oh, hold on a second there. We forgot something. A few weeks ago, the Stinger joined the NWO and we forgot to give him his colors, man. So they have an NWO shirt, and I write here, wait, that's the real Sting.
Dude, hell yeah, it is.
That's fucking totally Sting. There's dudes in their team mysteriously getting attacked every week, and Sting is standing here, and nobody looked to think, hey, what the fuck is going on here, dude?
No.
Maybe we should check on this dude. No, they lay the shirt on Sting's chest. Sting isn't reacting. He's just standing there, and crowd's booing. They want Sting to fucking fuck these dudes up, but it's not time yet, I guess. And Bischoff says, the Outsiders, the World Tag Champs, the Steiner Brothers, I understand, got a bit of a equilibrium problem. Easy for me to say, equilibrium problem. What's up with that? And Nash says, he's been drinking, by the way. Nash has been in the bar with the boys.
Of course,
Nash says, I got 3 letters to give the Steiner Brothers. LDW. Pick up the loss damage waiver, bras.
Don't steal my shit, bro.
Hey, what the fuck is that, dude? How about we replace you with Dirty Dennis Rodman, brother?
How about me and the Rodman go 3 ways, brother? Let me tell you something, bro. I'll fucking sink this whole thing, bro.
I'll put a hole in the middle of the ring and we'll all die, dude. I know the Shark's under here. I'll change his fucking life.
Let him know, Stink. It just pans over to Stink. He's just standing there. And that's why you're my brother, bro.
I like what you gotta say, dude.
I like the cut of your jib, dude. Brother Stink.
You're good with me, Stink, bro. Brother Stink. So Hall says, yo, Steiners, the Outsiders, Hall and Nash, and our buddy Six, and James's cat, we know you're good. Only big problem, we're better. Giant and Luger, we beat you at Super Brawl. You want more at Uncensored? Giant, you want my autograph? Don't sing it, bring it. So Bischoff says, Macho Man, where's the Macho Man? He's got a lot of those, man. Come on down. And he says, who was that guy earlier talking about? Yeah, the ugly tattoos, blonde hair. Who's that talking about? What's his name? And Macho Man says, I'm really sorry. Oh, the sun. I was on the sun all fucking day. Me and Stink. It caught up in the excitement about Rodman. I forgot his name. And none of them know his name. And Hollywood says he's a nobody, dude. He's not the Macho Man. Dig it. Well, don't fucking start that, Hogan. That's fucking crazy. My shit. Bruh. And Bischoff says, whatever his name is, I guess he's looking for you. And Macho says, whoa, a little bit scared. Not afraid, but still cool about the whole situation. Sweet. He didn't know what to say here. He had no fucking, he did not think he was
They've
cutting
been
a promo, I don't
drinking
think.
bottomless mimosas for 7 hours.
Steak's been drinking Valvoline.
Valvoline! What's this Valvoline brother thing, dude?
That's something I should get involved with, brother? So Hogan says, well, brothers, there's no doubt in the world dude, this is fucking crazy. Hollywood says, well, brothers, there's no doubt in the world of pro wrestling that the NWO is tits, brother.
Macho Man sells that.
He sells it huge. The NWO is tits, dude. So the way it goes at spring break, and next week nothing has changed a bit. Dirty Dennis Rodman and all the brothers of the NWO. It is so sweet. And the NWO music hits, and I'm like, okay, there is a Harlem Heat match I'm anticipating here, and I mouse over to the window. There is 3 minutes left on this show. I said,
right.
How the fuck is this going to happen? Is there a quick DQ finish here? Are they even going to do entrances when we come back from commercial? Like, this must be going right into it.
I mean, ending Town Hall with NWO is tits, brother, is absolutely fucking nuts.
Yeah, that doesn't catch on, but it's so funny going over as many things that we have with Hogan and how many things he tried. He tried a million new lines and waited for one of them to catch on. I mean, this dude was the wood master.
Dude, they never were. Like, that's like Hall and Nash were just, dude, at least Hall, like, Hall was just cool, you know? Like, he's just cool.
Yes.
Like, whatever. And then Hogan's like, I can be cool too, brother. I'm the wood master. No,
dude,
you are not. You are not.
Obviously, there's too much history to do this, but I would love to know how many catchphrases he tried to, like, get popping, because it feels like a lot.
At least when The Rock did it, he put it on a t-shirt, you know, and sold it.
That's true. I mean, maybe it would have worked better if they did that NWO is tits shirt.
That'd be awesome. Wow. That'd be so good. I'd buy that now.
So now it's time for the Public Enemy Town Hall.
They show a shot of the helicopter above the set, and I wrote, so we get like a main event or what? They're like the pyro's going off and shit. I said, hello, any matches here? So as you said, Public Enemy come out and Mean Gene's there to talk to them on the ramp. We don't get an in-ring. This is Mean Gene on the top of the stage. And Mean Gene says, gentlemen, I gotta say this, a bailout on part of the Four Horsemen that leaves you in the Harlem Heat at uncensored. What the fuck does that mean? Was fucking Public Enemy and Harlem Heat in the match at uncensored? Or what was the Four Horsemen part of this?
I think it was supposed to be a three-way thing with the Four Horsemen involved in that match as well.
See, I just thought it was, you know, the Four Horsemen joining with Roddy Piper was a big enough angle that everyone's talking about it.
Sure, okay. That is what I thought it was, but I couldn't tell because he cuts a promo on it.
It sounded like he was saying that it's now this match and the Four Horsemen aren't involved in the match at all anymore. Like, it's just you and Public Enemy, or Harlem Heat and Public Enemy now at the pay-per-view. But I don't know what the original scheduled match was. But
Johnny Grunge cuts a fucking pretty passionate promo here. I actually like this. He said, who the hell the Horsemen think they are? If that's the help Piper's dependent on, he's got a long, hard road ahead of him. The Horsemen aren't the Horsemen no more. They're nothing but a bunch of show ponies. And you got the Nature Boy running around like he's having an epileptic fit, and Johnny Grunge starts doing the Flair shit, running around and shit. He says, you got Mongo McMichaels in a three-point stance like he's playing the NFL football. This is WCW! And then you got the Enforcer, AA Arn. Well, we know AA ain't what AA used to be. And to top it all off, you got the coattail riding Jeff Jarrett, who's wanted to be a horseman his whole life, and you're never going to be a horseman. You're not horseman material, and you never will be. And then Rocco Rock, after this passionate promo, says, we want to rock right now. We are internationally known, and we're known to rock the microphone. He's like doing the whole shit. I said, what the fuck? Why is there not a match going on?
Yo, who the fuck let Johnny Grunge talk about the Four Horsemen? Just cut the fucking feed. Get this shit out of here, man.
Dude, you know that they're done soon, so he probably was just trying to get anything working here. They got the APA to whoop their ass here in a minute. Like, yeah, they're getting fucked up here soon. But the Harlem Heat did not enjoy the rapping of Rocco Rock because the Harlem Heat come out and start to kick their ass in their gear, of course. And how they sell this at the end is so funny. So they're fighting on the stage, big brawl. Sherry's there fucking egging them on. And Shivani on commentary says, oh, this was our scheduled main event, but they're fighting right now. And we're out of time. And Heenan says, no! And that's how the show ends. No fucking main event. I assume that, like, they either, because this is the go home to uncensored, so I guess they just do the match at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but like, this is so weird that they said that. I want, like, in my brain, it had to have been something went overtime, but I guess there's a chance that they were just lying the whole time too.
That's true.
And there was never actually a match with them. Yeah, Harlem Heat and Public Enemy have a Texas Tornado match at the pay-per-view.
Okay,
And I'm sure you'll be shocked
the
NWO win that fucking match.
Oh, okay.
Shocking.
Well, it's either the NWO win or they're off TV for 36 months. I think we know what's going to happen.
Survey says we're up. So yeah, crazy fucking show. I mean, theme-wise, this is awesome. I love this visually. I wish this would be adapted today. Like, if we could do this, I mean, how fucking sick would that be? Like, running a show like this is probably a fucking complete pain in the ass, though.
Yeah, dude, I imagine it's nuts.
Yeah, that's got to be gnarly. But, I mean, fun show. I mean, watching old WCW is always fun. Like, short, tight matches, everything. Nothing was, like, long enough that I was like, this is fucking enough. Or everything, like, had a purpose, it felt like. That 8-man tag was fucking absurd, but it got the job done. High voltage on this sucker. Shark. I mean, this Sergeant fucking Craig Pittman. Yeah, I had a good time with this.
All right, so main event time. Mankind and Vader versus Undertaker and Psycho Sid. They've been building this all show. This has got to be a banger.
And James, I'm sure it was, but this was my Deadlock plus 10 match of the night.
See, I watched the whole thing. This match was super based.
No.
It was like the best match in the history of.
There's like a super solid 3-minute 30-second chin lock in this one. That was awesome.
You had to see that, Johnny, when you plus 10,
Dude,
plus 10, chin lock, chin lock. Yeah, because I saw the same thing.
This should be illegal to build to a main event on a TV like this and then have it underperform at a level like this.
They do nothing. They do fucking
You should be reprimanded.
nothing.
Yeah, you should have like something should happen.
The most exciting part of the match is the fucking, after the commercial, Tony, they show Milton Bradley's Karate Fighters, which is awesome.
So yeah, Vader and Mankind are already down to the ring when we come back from commercial. Sid gets his entrance with the name pyro, which I thought was very cool.
That is fucking Sid. Okay, Sid is another one of those guys, James, that I consider like Ahmed and fucking Mike Awesome. That like, this is a fucking wrestler. He can only exist in wrestling.
WWF did not protect Sid at all.
No, why though? Was it because he wasn't like a product of them?
I don't know. Yeah, they just didn't. They weren't interested. They kind of just let him sink or swim on everything.
I mean, they gave him the belt, but like, yeah, it felt like
they gave him the belt, but I don't think they ever really thought of him as the WWF champion.
Had no problem making him look fucking stupid.
So Sid gets his entrance. Mankind and Vader attack Sid. Taker isn't here yet. I don't know what he's doing or why he didn't come out.
For a while, and then he comes out to no music or lights, so it's not like he was waiting for anything.
Yeah, he just didn't have his boots on.
He just wasn't at Gorilla?
So Vader and Mankind are putting the boots to Sid. Undertaker runs down. Mankind does the cactus line to Taker on the steps on the outside.
After that is where I plus 10, by the way. I did see that.
Yeah, the steps take up like half the fucking ring. So I think he like forgot and then went over the ropes and he eats shit on the steps. It was crazy.
They must have called that spot before they realized those stairs were out there and just forgot that they were there when they did the promo earlier.
Vader then locks in a chin lock on Sid and sits there for 3.5 minutes.
Genuinely, for real.
Yeah, this is fucking horrible.
Yeah, well, don't worry. La Femme Nikita is going to be shown in its entirety. Like
Dude, WWF Rewind of the Night, Milton Bradley's Karate Fighters. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Marlena did jump on China earlier.
There's a match going on live. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
Yeah. Well, Vince says they asked USA Network for more time, and they said yes. Honestly,
fuck you, USA Network. You son of a bitch.
Network just said, fuck this show.
They must not be watching.
No fucking way. And they didn't even ask for more time. They didn't need no more time. So Taker hot tag punches Big Boot chokeslam. Taker jumps off the apron, accidentally clobbers Sid on the head. Sid punches Taker in the head.
How do you even fucking do that? Yeah, Sid wastes no time in returning the favor.
He said, you fucking bitch, and they punched him back. They're fighting. Taker throws him in the ring and choke slams him, and then immediately Taker dives on Vader over the big steps.
Which was awesome, by the way. But there's zero intensity in the brawl between Sid and Taker. It's like they're doing it because they think it was a bad idea. They're like, whatever. They throw punches, throw each other in the ring, do their moves.
They cannot coexist. I'm sorry. Sid then comes out and grabs Taker and throws him back in the ring. Sid powerbombs Taker. Sid leaves, and then Vader pins Taker for the 3, and then Taker kicks Vader's fucking ass.
And then leaves.
And then chases Sid up the ramp. Well, anyways, who fucking cares? Bret Hart's on the screen.
We could not stop. We couldn't have one match, James, that didn't end in a promo.
What's up, Bret? How you doing? Oh, I'm doing all right.
Yo.
I'm a real crybaby.
Yeah, dude, Vince says, oh, well, how'd you get that title shot?
It's because I'm a real crybaby, Vince. And I said, we'll find out who the real piece of WWF is. And I'll tell you something, brother. It's not Giraffe. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, all right, yeah. And I'm the best there is, best there was. Yeah, best wherever we are. We'll see you.
We gotta go.
WrestleMania 2 weeks. Thank you.
Dude. Oh, I hate this fucking show, man.
Yeah, dude.
I hate this fucking show.
This might be my least favorite show we ever watched.
Wow, that's heavy, because there's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah, but this is like, I had a lot of hate for this one, man. I had a lot of hate for this one.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Not even Tim McNeely could save this bitch.
Dude, I'm looking through my notes. I don't know if there's legitimately one. I don't know if there's one fucking thing in this show that I'm like, I enjoyed that.
If I was The Rock, I'd definitely go to Pride.
Dude, I would rather Mark Coleman fucking 12-6 body slam me on my head than watch this fucking show again.
There's more passionate heart in that than this. This is just dog shit.
This is horrible. This is horrible. And like, people like, this gets more popular after this.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because it's a fucking horrible ass show.
The only thing that came out of this, the like two things that came out.
Entertainment.
The only thing that came out of this was the new set that they had, and then the ECW stuff, which was like historic. If you look back on it, like the ECW stuff was.
At the time, it was fucking crazy. Yes.
Yeah. But like
at the time, it was fucking crazy.
What exactly is this era called? Like before the Attitude Era?
Is it still New Gen?
Is it the New Gen? Okay.
Yeah. Which is a notoriously horrible era.
It's Chris Danker's favorite era.
Dude, fuck that guy. And fuck everyone that liked this shit. Damn it, man.
Right.
Well, there you go. That was it for the Raw from March 10th, 1997.
Sunny's here, and she's got something to say before we head out.
I gotta squish the podcast in and let you guys know about DPW. Check it on demand.
Patreon.com/DeadlockPW.
On the side.
Help us get to 4,000 patrons. Check out DPW. That's our company. I promise you it's better than this shit. DPWOnDemand.com, superindie.tv, no matter how you spell it. And we'll be back next week, maybe. I might be done after this one, man. This shit sucked ass. We might never come back, but maybe we'll see you next week for another show.